Jesus is real, but you devils taught lies on Christ. So many lies that when we come with the truth, people think that the lies is the truth and that the truth is the lie.
We changed the truth for God into a lie. In English, Jesus Christ, in Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. So do or die. The Immaculate Conception is deception, along with the myth of giving gifts on December 25th. Christmas is Satan's claw, the birth of Nimrod, and not the Son of God. To you was kinda odd. On the Passover, Christ was born in the spring. So now we bring the truth about the King of Kings. That's Black Jesus and not Caesar Borgias. And the facts can't be changed. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai. It's all about the Most High. It's all about Yahweh Shai.
Hebrew Israelites. Kwam Yasha.
It's all about the Most High.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
All right, thank you for joining us again for another class here at ISVHPK, Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We're here out of Houston, Texas, 8524 South Braeswood Boulevard. If you're in the surrounding area, come on out, visit us. We have a building for you, all right? We have a school in San Antonio. The address is 4219 Centergate Street, San Antonio, Texas. The school's been out there over 25 years, so if you're in that area, please visit. As well, for more classes, we have classes in Albuquerque, but hit us up, 501 Copper Avenue, Northwest Albuquerque, all right? The sisters, they're selling hot plates this Sabbath again, all right? This is going to be fundraising for the Sisters Fund, for the Children's Fund, for things that we have going on for the school, for, trips that we take the children on. So if you're in the area, come on by, enjoy. We're here, all right? It's going to be this Saturday on the Sabbath. As well as for the brothers here, we have our own business here at ISVHPK. It's American Eastern Oil. We're right in the First Colony Mall off of 59. All right, we're right in front of Victoria's Secret. We have everything dealing with your aromatherapy, your body oils, your bath bombs, anything dealing with your fragrance, the essential fragrances. We have it. Your Gucci Guilties, your Jimmy Choos, your Boulay Chanels, your Creeds, Bond No. 9, whatever you think that you might like, we have it. One thing that we do is custom mixes, and that's one thing that we are known for in Houston and the surrounding areas, Colorado, Arizona, San Antonio, California. So come visit us at First Colony Mall. The business is American Eastern Oils. Again, that business supports our school. That's what allows us to continue run this beautiful camp that's been built over the years, and come and support. All right. Our class times, we have class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Wednesday is going to be from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Then we run class on Friday night. It's going to be 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Then the Sabbath morning class is going to be 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. or whenever class is finished. And then we usually do street speaking right after that. Get to the streets, all right? We have classes in Austin. If you're in that area, please hit us up. We'll give you the information on the times and the days that they hold class in Austin, Texas. For those that have children, we have a children's channel. It's going to be ISVHPK Kids Channel. And this is going to air every Sunday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. The sisters do a beautiful job with teaching the kids on that day. So if you have kids that need the word, this is definitely a good class for them that's directed to them so that they can understand and be able to digest and take it with them into this wicked society that we live in. All right, again, this is going to be every Sunday from 2 p.m. until 3 p.m. And this is going to be ISVHPK Kids Channel. As for our channel that you're on, like, share, subscribe, send it to your family members, your friends, your co-workers that need the scriptures, that need some assurance, some patience, some love. Send them classes. We have an onslaught of classes on there that you can go through and look at. A lot of breakdowns, a lot of questions that's been answered. Just look, and it's on there. If not, send them the link. Have them ask their questions live during class. That's why we have that enabled for all our viewers to ask your questions whenever we have class. All right. We have a cable show that's coming back. It's going to be every Saturday at 8:30. It's going to be on channel.
It's going to be on Tuesdays.
There it is, Tuesdays.
Our first show is on November 13th. So that's in a few days. The live show is next week. I got to get the exact time, but it's next Tuesday, November 13th. That's the day. That's going to be the days of the show. We'll get the time. time, we'll get that updated. But yeah, you can still stream it live on hmstv.org or catch it on Comcast Local Channel 17.
All right. For our Blog Talk Radio, we have another line of getting this word. So there's no type of media source that that we're not on. This is going to be Blog Talk. This is going to be from the brother Mashaba out of San Antonio, Albuquerque. You can find him on blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. This is going to be Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. They've been trying to keep up with the classes, but on there as well, they have an onslaught of classes on there in the archives that you can actually download on your phone, tablet, and listen to. The classes are immaculate. A lot of good discussions, a lot of good spiritual rants, and it's needed, man. Once again, you can listen to that while you're driving, listen to that while you're at the JOB, like you're playing your radio, throw the Blog Talk on, and get fed during the day. We have Israelware. Israelware is going to be on Facebook. The sisters have a page on there where you can reach out to them, and if you need any type of headband, tunic, vest, garment, pants, shirt, purse, Bible cover, whatever you think you need, girdles, we have it. They can make it. These sisters are extremely talented. Their work is magnificent. And hit them up on Facebook at israelware.com, all right? Support the sisters. If you have any questions, you can reach the priest at the number, Priest Kazaki at number 281-707-2737. Again, Priest Kazaki is 281-707-2737. And then we have Priest Kwatazap with the number 303-557-8979. Again, that is 303-557-8979. If you have problems dealing with the phone, we do emails. Hit us up via email, isbhpk@isbhpk.org. All right, so we have all ways or different type of means to communicate with us if you have any questions, all right? All those that have been giving donations, we greatly appreciate it. And those that actually committed for the vow, we ask for that you continue to do that. We have the school rent that's here, a lot of bills, and once again, our business tries to push and hold all of that, but it's definitely needed through all the donations that's been given. We greatly appreciate it. On the bottom of your screen, you'll see a Wells Fargo account. We as well have another outlet. It's going to be Google Wallet. That's going to be isbhpk@gmail.com. And just not monetary, man. Listen, if you have any types of books, Bibles, apocryphers, pencil pads, tablets, tables, cars, for street speaking, posters that you may think that's needed, anything for the sanctuary, curtains. Listen, if you even got a tent hookup for windows, hit us up. We need it. So anything that you've thought about giving, listen, go ahead and give. We're definitely open to it, and we appreciate everything that's been sent, and that will be continue to be sent. And with that, I'm going to pass it to Priest Kwatazap, and we'll open up with some questions.
You got any questions?
My own question was like on Genesis chapter 2, verse 7.
Where's it at?
Genesis chapter 2, verse 7.
So we're going to Genesis, the 2nd chapter, and the 7th verse.
It's kind of connected to the first chapter because, like, I was wondering if, like, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7 was like a, because, God created man in Genesis chapter 1, verse 20. It says, and God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that had life. So man was created at that point, right? But he was without the wisdom at that point, right?
Right.
So then he got the wisdom on verse, but did he get the wisdom on verse 26 where it says, and God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion, let for them what?
Well, Khan, so let's go through it real quick. Go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 20. Read that.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that had life.
Right.
And fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven.
Right.
And God created great whales and every living creature that.
So what day was this?
This was.
Who knows?
That was the 5th.
This was day 5. This was the beginning of day 5. So as we read down, we'll see that man was created, and let me not just say man and woman. That's very important. Man and woman was created. And all the other animals. Go ahead.
And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind.
Right.
And God saw that it was good.
Go ahead.
And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply. And the
You see
field.
in verse 21?
22.
No, but you see on verse 21 that says, and God created great whales and every living creature that moveth,
Yeah.
which the waters bring forth abundantly, after their kind. Right? So now when we jump over to verse 26, what day are we in?
The sixth day.
Right, we're in the 6th day. So now read verse 26.
And God said, Let us make man in our image.
He said what?
Let us make man in our image.
Right. So man was created. That's when man got the spirit of the Most High. Go to what's it, Ezra?
3 and 4.
Where's it at? 2nd Ezra?
2nd Ezra 3 and 4.
Go to 2nd Ezra 3. And
Second.
verse. Now, yeah. You start at verse 4.
2nd Ezra chapter 3 verse 4. O Lord, who bears rule, thou spake at the beginning, when thou didst plant the earth, and that thyself alone, and commandest the people,
Go ahead.
and gavest a body unto Adam,
He did what?
and gavest a body unto Adam,
Go ahead. So in day 5, Adam got a body.
Right.
Read.
without soul.
What does it mean by without soul? Was he just a lump of skin?
Yeah, spirit.
He didn't
Prove
have,
it.
He didn't have the knowledge.
What scripture you got? Prove it.
Wisdom of Solomon.
What is it?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 verse 25.
Go there. Go to Wisdom of Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon.
And we got the whole Genesis breakdown. We got we just did that.
Genesis 1, 2, 3.
We got Genesis 1, 2, and 3 on there. So you know in the free time,
All
go
right.
through it in its entirety.
All right.
Well, go ahead, read.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 verse 25.
Uh-huh.
For she is the breath of the power of God.
Okay, so you got to read up.
22.
Come on. Verse 22.
Where you at?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7 verse 22.
Uh-huh.
For wisdom, which is the work of all things.
Right. The reason why you got to read up because you have to get in context what the she is. So wisdom, which is the worker of all things. Go ahead.
Taught me.
Right. So the subject matter we're talking about is wisdom. Now jump down to verse 25.
Con. For she is the breath of the power of God,
Speaking of wisdom, go ahead.
and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty.
Right. Go ahead.
Therefore, can no defiled thing fall into her.
Right. So on that 6th day, when it said that man was created in the image, that's when the Most High blew that breath.
And then so like is Genesis like 2 and 7 like a recollection of what he did on that?
Yeah. Genesis chapter 2,
Yeah.
it basically recaps.
Yeah.
Because when you read it, watch, when you read,
Cause I was looking at the part where he said
verse 7, when he blew into his nostrils.
no, it was something else. I was noticing how it was kind of speaking like it was speaking in a sense where it was recapping everything.
Yeah, that's what Genesis, the 2nd chapter does. It recaps the 1st chapter. It goes a little bit more into detail. Yeah. Because the garden, watch, when you read, let's see here. Who's in the realms of heavens? What's that? Yeah, basically it just recaps what recaps the creation, and then talks about the Garden of Eden. But that's what it is. It's a recap. I mean, you got that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to see.
Yeah, it's definitely a recap. it reiterates.
Yeah, I see that.
Some people, because when it goes into, man, there was a, oh yeah, right here, like when it talks about, in verse 21, about Eve being created, right? See, people read that like, oh, that was the first time women were created. No, women were created back in Genesis chapter 1 and verse 21 with all the creatures, because man and woman were created at the same time. When you read this, remember, Genesis is a lot of symbolism, a lot of symbolism. So even when you read it, you just got to see and go through. I mean, we don't have time to go through all the precepts, but there's a lot of precepts that back up the information. Yeah, but I mean, you got that.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to make sure, because when I was reading it, I was noticing that little flow that it was giving.
That it was sound like it was saying the same thing twice.
Yeah, because then you read like Genesis 1 and 27, where it says, so God created man in his own image, in the image of God created he him, and male and female created he them.
You see that?
And then you go to Genesis 5.
Right, and you see that's what I was looking for, where it said male and female created he them.
Yeah.
So men and women were created at the same time, and then it goes in and shows how Eve was brought to Adam.
Yeah.
That wasn't the creation of all women. That was just how Adam got his wife.
And he became woman. So it's like Adam and Eve, like they was the first ones to get the wisdom, or like.
Yeah, the Most High chose them to give them the wisdom. He gave it to Adam. Then it was handed down from Adam. He taught Eve. And
that's why that's why he ended up calling her woman. Is that a reach?
Yeah, kind of. Because remember, woman is just an English word.
Oh, okay.
Right. So when you go into like the word woman in Hebrew, and then you could go in and see the meanings of what it means. But remember, woman is just an English.
Oh, okay.
It's an English word.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try to. I don't know. Like I think like the who does that? Like the Egyptologists, the chemists. They try to use these English words to make them fulfill like prophecy according to their books. Yeah, but it's like that's an English word that wasn't around back when Kemet or even Hebrew. So yeah, that's kind of a reach.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, what you can do, you can go into the into those classes and check those classes out in its entirety. 1 Peter 2 and 18. How to become a master or a slave. In what context is master and servant being used? 1 Peter 2:18. Let's go to 1 Peter 2 and 18 real quick.
First Peter chapter 2, verse 18.
Let's see here. Start at verse 13.
Verse 13.
So the question is, Shalom, please explain 1 Peter 2 and 18 and Deuteronomy 23 and 15. How to become a master or slave. In what context is master and servant being used? Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake.
Go ahead.
Whether it be to the king as supreme.
Go ahead.
Or unto governors.
Uh-huh.
As unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers.
Go ahead.
And for the praise of them that do well.
Right. So it tells us to submit ourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. Now, we're not going to, us as Israelites, we're not going to submit ourselves to every ordinance that they have, right?
God.
Because one of their ordinances is that homosexuality is legal. So we're not submitting ourselves to those ordinances, but we are obeying the laws of the land, right? What are we doing? We ain't running around running red lights. We're not committing murders. We're not being thieves, right? We're obeying their laws. Go ahead.
Verse 15. For so is the will of God, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men.
Uh-huh.
As free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness.
Right, because the freedom comes in following the laws. See, we're free in Christ through the law. We're free from all the abominations of the world. We're free, I mean, in a way, We're free from some of the ordinance of the world. Because again, the world tells you what? Go be a faggot. We know that Christ says no. That, the Bible says that's not the way to live life. So we're free from these wicked ordinances. Go ahead.
But as the servants of God.
But as the what?
But as the servants of God.
Go ahead.
Honor all men.
Do what?
Honor all men.
Go ahead.
Love the brotherhood. Fear God. Honor the king.
Go ahead.
Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear.
Right. So, no brother in here got a servant. I don't have no servants. Nobody in this day and age really, we're not in servitude to the white man, like going and bowing to him. Some are. But read the verse prior.
Verse 17. Honor all men.
It says what?
Honor all men.
Go ahead.
Love the brotherhood.
Love the who?
Love the brotherhood.
Go ahead.
Fear God. Honor the king.
Right. So it's just talking about, for one, respect towards man. Respect the powers that be. But when you go in, that servant master, that's like student teacher.
God.
That's all it is, a student teacher. Yeah, let's talk about student teacher. Because he's quick. Yeah. Let's go into that student teacher relationship. What's up?
It's like Elisha and Elijah.
Perfect example. An even better example is this: Christ and the 12 apostles.
God.
Christ and the 12 apostles. So that's what it's talking about. That master was teaching. So again, it's not talking about, in this instance, it's not going in about it's not dealing with slavery or anything like that. Where we at again? 1 Peter, right?
God, chapter 2, verse 18.
I was looking for something else. Hold on. Go ahead.
God. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear.
With all what?
With all fear.
Yeah, when it's saying be subject to your master with all fear, it's talking about with respect. It's talking about respect. Go ahead. We can go there too.
Not only to the good and gentle,
right?
But also,
because not all masters are going to be good. Not all teachers are, come in the smooth professor, calm, cool, collected. Go ahead.
But also to the forward.
But also in the what?
To the forward.
Yeah, because you have some teachers that come a little bit more sharp. They're a little bit more direct. They're a little bit more stern. Go ahead. Is that it?
God, that is it.
Right. So in that context, it's speaking of student teacher.
Can I say something on that last part too?
Yeah. What's up?
When it says, but also to the forward, like if you think about Christ, it says that Christ is an austere man.
Right. He was bold and austere. Right.
God. So you wouldn't think of him as being good and gentle.
But he was.
He was, but
he was balanced.
God.
Yahweh Shai was balanced. He was bold and austere, but he was gentle.
God.
He was meek. He was mild.
Right.
That's why why you think they try to paint him overboard with the meekness and mildness? They try to make him gay with the meekness and mildness. Go to Hebrews 13:16. Hebrews 13 and 16, just to get some more scriptures on that.
Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16. But to do good and to communicate, forget not.
Go ahead.
For with such sacrifice is God well pleased.
Right. So the Most High is well pleased with when we communicate. Go ahead.
Verse 17.
Verse 17. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Obey them that have the rule over you.
Do what?
Obey them that have the rule over you.
Now, what is it talking about in this context?
That leader, that master.
That leader, that leadership, that the brother that has the rule over you. How does he have rule over you? Is it because he just said, "Nigga, I rule you"? Or does he have the experience and the spiritual rule over you? That's what it is. It's experience. It's the know-how. It's the longevity. He's been battle tested, right? He ain't double-minded. So it says what? Read it again.
Obey them that have the rule over you.
Go ahead.
And submit yourselves.
Read.
For they watch for your souls.
But wait, what are they supposed to do?
For they watch for your souls.
Right, that's what it was about. Being a master, being a teacher, it wasn't to tote about that I'm a teacher. Oh yeah, I'm Grandmaster Theodore, the teacher. You know what I'm saying? Who was Bruce Lee's? No, who was Karate Kid's?
Miyagi.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Miyagi. Right? It wasn't about that. It said they do what?
For they watch for your souls.
Go ahead.
As they that must give account.
See, all you up and coming wannabe teachers, this is one thing you always got to remember, that you got to give an account for the flock. You can throw all the information out there all you want, but remember, knowledge puff up. Knowledge puffeth up. Charity edifies. If you're not teaching for the charity's sake, then all you're doing is just throwing out a bunch of knowledge. But you got to give account for the ones that you teach, for the ones that are under you, the ones that submit themselves to you, the brothers, the sisters that do it out of the respect, the fear. It's like me and Kazakia. I've submitted myself to Kazakia through fear, but it's through respect, not because I think that he's going to beat me or whoop on me or anything like that. It's not about that. It's about respect for the Most High. It's about respect for his office and what he does, and respect for his works, the things that he's done in the spirit for the Most High. So you look at those things, that's where the respect comes in. You know, it's not about fear and trembling, like, oh, if I say the wrong thing, he's gonna punch me down the steps or anything like that. No, the fear is just respect. The same way you do all things to the Most High. For that respect, that is the same mind frame. Where else we at? Was that it? Go ahead.
That they may do it with joy.
That they may what?
Do it with joy.
Yeah, why would they do it with joy? Because the student ain't double-minded, right? When you submit yourself, you're no longer going back and forth like, I know he's teaching me one thing, but I don't know. Right. Like every other day, it's like, I don't know, and then you're rebuttaling the master. Right. Come on, man. That don't make sense. When did the Karate Kid go back and forth with Miyagi?
Are you sure, Mr. Miyagi?
Yeah, when he told him to wax on, wax off, he was there waxing on and waxing off for days. Was he sitting there questioning the method? But you got brothers that'll question the method and don't know what the hell they're talking about. You ain't never led nobody. You ain't never led yourself. You ain't never led your family. But you want to question the leadership's methods on the way things should be done when the methods are proven to work. Year after year. For many years. Y'all understand that? So they may do it with joy. Go ahead.
And not with grief.
And not with what?
Grief.
Yeah, the grief comes when it's like, damn, every minute this guy got to get checked for the same foolish thought process. Or every minute this guy is faint-hearted. Man, how's that brother doing? Ah, man, he's double-minded again. How's that sister doing? Ah, yeah, she left because she just wasn't in it for the Most High. How's that brother doing? Man, that brother's strong. Brother's growing, studying. Right? That's the account we want to give. We don't want to give the double-minded, faint-hearted, faithless account. I'm tired of giving that account. Like, man, brother had another relapse. I'm tired of giving that, man. I want to give, man, the brother stuck in, stayed strong, the sister stuck in, went through a hard time, and came out of it. Go ahead.
For that is unprofitable for you.
Yeah, it's not unprofitable for me. I think that's where brothers mess up and forget that when these hiccups come and these bad accounts, that ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You're not forsaking me. That's unprofitable for the student. If you truly submit yourself and obey them that have the rule over you and understand that them that have the rule over you, they're not trying to steal your bank account or sleep with your woman on the low or do anything to foul to you, but really and truly, I know us in here, really and truly trying to build brothers and sisters' spirits, then you're gonna obey and submit to the wisdom. It's even on a level of, hey, I want to counsel with you about something, and then you get all the glorious counsel, 50 million scriptures. right? And then you go right against it. Then it's like, wait a minute, what happened? Oh, well, I did things my own way. Well, you didn't submit. You didn't obey them that had to rule over you. But then that's where all your trials and tribulations come. Because why? You didn't want to follow wisdom. Y'all understand that? Go to, what was the other one he was talking about?
Deuteronomy 32.
And Deuteronomy 32? And 23 and 15. Right, so we understand that student-teacher relationship, like Paul and Titus, Paul and Timothy, right? There's many examples in the scripture. That's why it baffles me when brothers are double-minded and faint-hearted and just wavery. It's like, well, you didn't stick next to your teacher. Right. You battling your teacher. You going against your. You didn't stick next to your teacher like the apostles did. You didn't obey them that had to rule over you. Nah, brother, don't do that. Don't hey, maybe you should cut her off for a little bit, get your mind right. But now, put the bottle down a little bit. Don't go over here. Come to class. It's all these things that we put out there, and brothers be like, "Come on, I hear you," and they do the total opposite, and it's like, well, that's unprofitable for you, sir, ma'am, and we don't want to give that. What you got?
Give me 1 Timothy chapter 6. 1 Timothy chapter 6.
See?
In verse 1.
Yeah. We're going to turn this into that class today? I'm trying to. We're going to turn it into. No,
it's a full spectrum.
I'm playing.
It's a good question, man, because, a lot of people think that, I don't have to answer anybody. Okay, well, Christ did. Paul did. John did. Elijah did. All the prophets did. They had to answer to somebody. Read where you at. 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 1.
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters.
Are under the what?
That are under the yoke.
See, as servants, we're all servants. And we're all under the yoke of Yahushua, or of the Most High by Hashem Yahushua, through Christ. We're all under the yoke to do this work. We've been called. There's something around our mind, our body to have us doing this work. It says that you're under the yoke. Read.
Count their own masters worthy.
Hold on, count their own what?
Own masters worthy.
See, just put teachers. Translate that to teachers. Count their own teachers. Read.
Worthy of all honor.
Because think about it. If it's talking about, as they try to say, slave owners or slave masters, how does that make sense? What slave master was to be seen as honorable? The Jokers was cruel. But they're not talking about slave masters. They're talking about your own brethren, man. They're talking about those that's doing the work with you. Your teachers. Your leaders. Read.
That the name of God and his doctrine be not blasphemed.
Yeah, man, because once again, all things are done decently and in order. But for things to be done decently in order, you have to have somebody over you. Just like your job. Just like wherever you go to. Whenever you go to a restaurant, there's somebody right in there to take the order. There's somebody back there to flip that burger, put it on a patty, pass it right back up. Everything's done decently and in order. The Most High deals the same way. Read where you at.
Verse 2. And they that have believing masters.
Wait. Their masters are wavery and faithless?
Have believing masters.
Yeah, come on, man. The ones that are teaching you out of the Bible. So you shouldn't have to second guess or think that, their intentions must be off. No, they're believing. They're reading out of the Bible. The Most High sent you to them. Your teachers. Read that again.
And they that have believing masters.
Have believing masters. The one that are up here constantly teaching you, counseling about whatever problems that you're going on. Dealing with your household, your emotions, everything. Believing masters. Read.
Let them not despise them.
Let them not what?
Despise them.
Oh, just talk back.
Let them not despise them.
Now, you know what? I'm going to second guess and doubt what my teacher is telling me because I don't think this nigga know what he's talking about.
Let them not despise them.
Read.
Because they are brethren.
Yeah, man, we're brethren, man. We don't mean to do no harm. We do this out of love. The teachers is doing this out of love, man. There's no, I'm going to beat you and put you in submission. No. But there has to be some type of order. In the Most High's kingdom, there's going to be order. So it's the same thing when you deal with his dojo, his dojo of righteousness, because that's what we getting kicked back into righteousness right here. Read.
But rather do them service.
Come on, man. Do them. What's the service though? The service is getting out into these streets, getting into these Bibles, get your mind right, grow in the spirit, so you can teach others, man. You can teach others how to do this, how to raise another young soldier to soldierhood, so that he can lead his family, and then go on and teach. Read.
Because they are faithful.
Hold on, they're what?
Because they are faithful.
No, double-minded.
Because they are faithful.
Unstable.
Because they are faithful.
No, see, the teachers are faithful because, like the priest was saying, these individuals they've gone through the experiences. They've gone through all these situations to be able to teach. The Most High is showing you, believe in those that I'm putting them in front of you. Believe in them. Read.
And be loved, partakers of the benefit.
Come on, man, because we all in this for the same race. We trying to get the same benefits as what? The kingdom, the spiritual food, the powers, all that. Read.
These things teach and exhort.
Do what?
Teach and exhort.
It says these things you should teach and exhort, man. Not about, that brother's out for me. No, they love you. They might have hit you with a little correction to stray you on the right path. Read.
If any man teach otherwise.
You can drop that. But yeah, you know, the Most High is putting your teachers here for you to, for them to actually lead you to the promised land, man. That's the same thing Moses was trying to do in Egypt. Give me one more. Give me 1 Thessalonians. Last one, 1 Thessalonians 4 and 8. Y'all got to see what the Most High is doing here and how the Most High works. You know, the Most High don't work like we think he works in our world. Well, I'm going to do it myself, and the Most High put me as number one. No, it don't work like that. The Most High wants you to humble your spirit and understand that you're nothing but a servant with the yoke on your neck, doing the will of the Most High, because Christ is the same thing. Read where you at.
1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
He therefore that despises.
Read up verse 7 real quick.
Verse 7.
Uh-huh.
For God had not called us unto uncleanness.
Right.
But unto holiness.
See, the Most High didn't call you to where you're at right now to be back in the dirt. No, he called you to elevate you to the next level. But the thing about it is that you yourself don't know how to elevate yourself. That's why the Most High has to put masters and teachers around you. Master ain't nothing but teacher. When you deal with karate, all these movies, master, that means teacher. That don't mean somebody I'm about to bend over and get spanked. No, they're teaching you out of the Bible, the oracles of the Bible, life, liberty, through the Bible. Read that again.
Verse 7. For God hath not called us unto uncleanness.
He didn't call you to uncleanness. You were never born for that. Read.
But unto holiness.
See, but unto holiness. But who's going to lead you to that? The teachers. They're going to show you out of the Bible. Yeah, you can read the Bible, but they're going to show you some extra things that you might not know. They're going to show you some experiences that maybe you're going through something. They're going to show you how to go through that properly because you don't know. Read.
Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
He therefore that despiseth not man.
See, when they're talking about you shouldn't despise your teacher, you're not supposed to despise him because you're really not despising that man because you're not understanding what the Most High put in front of you. Read that again.
He therefore that despiseth not man.
You don't despise man. Y'all gotta read, y'all gotta listen to what's being said. You're not despising man whenever you start to combat your teachers, your masters, your senseis, the prophets, the teachers, just like they did in the Old Testament. You ain't despising them. You're not despising Isaiah, Hosea. You're not despising Daniel. No. Read.
But God.
Hold on, they despise who?
But God.
You just despise the Most High because you don't understand what he's trying to do for you. What arena he's trying to put you in. The way the Most High is trying to orchestrate things for you. So, yes, we are servants. And yes, we do have masters, but these masters are teachers. And the Most High put them for us to grow and to learn. And that's been since the old days. There's nothing new under the sun. What you think was going on with the Israelites back in the day? Read Amos. All them jokers are stiff-necked just like their fathers. We are too, but that's why we're trying to get cleansed up.
Let's go to Deuteronomy 23 and verse 13. Because he asks basically the difference between the two. Let me see. Let me read the question again. It says, please explain 1 Peter 2 and 18. So, yeah, that's speaking in the student-teacher aspect. And Deuteronomy 23:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 15. Thou shalt not deliver.
Wait, he said how to become a master or a slave. In what context is oh, okay, go ahead.
Verse 15. Thou shalt not deliver unto his master the servant which is escaped from his master unto thee.
Right, so this is talking in a whole different context. This is literally talking about a master and a servant. Think about it. Why would a servant want to escape his master? Now, think about it like this while you process that. David had servants, Solomon had servants, and they loved to be servants.
God.
They were so decked out that Solomon's servants were so decked out that when Queen of Sheba saw them, she thought that they were kings. She thought that they were the royalty. She didn't realize that they were the servants. That's how decked out they were. Noah, stop. That's how decked out his servants were. So I wouldn't want to leave that. If I'm being mistaken for the ones that live in the house as a servant, now I wouldn't escape that. Why would a servant want to escape? What's he escaping?
Right.
Well, he might be escaping being mistreated. He don't like the treatment, so he escapes. So the law is telling us here that you don't return a slave that escapes to his master. Watch, read on. Read from the top.
Verse 15. Thou shalt not deliver unto his master the servant which is escaped from his master unto thee.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. He shall dwell with thee,
right,
even among you, in that place which he shall choose.
You got to remember that we had laws when it came to dealing with servants. Who didn't have laws when it came to dealing with servants?
The nations.
The nations. Now, were we not at this time thrust right in the middle of all the other nations?
God.
We had Moab, we had Ammon, we had all the other nations, man, the Canaanites. Now, they didn't have the law. So when it came to dealing with a servant, they were brutish with their servants. So I would escape too. So we had laws and statutes on how to deal with servants properly. Yeah, we had laws on how to deal with them properly. So this escaped slave was basically feeling mistreated. So the Most High was telling us they escape, they cut. You don't return them back to that bad condition. What were you gonna say? I got a lot of thoughts in my head right now. That's how I went blank for a second.
No, I was gonna say. So I'm reading the Exodus, right?
Yeah.
And I literally read about your servants today.
Yeah.
So I read about if the servant was happy to stay with you, you put an awl through his ear.
Right. Right.
To stay with you.
Right.
But it also shows you that what I also read was about a servant was supposed to serve you 6 years.
That's in Exodus.
So after the 7th year, he was gonna go free anyways.
Right.
So if a servant was like, "Look, I gotta get out of here," then he's like, "You know what? I can't even do the 6 years with this man."
Right. But the thing is, did the other nations follow that law?
Yeah.
Think about it. How long the black man been in slavery? 400 and something years.
Right.
So think about it. If the white man is enslaved us for that long, you think that the Assyrians, you think that the Canaanites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, you think they was following the law of slavery? Hell nah. They was probably given 1,000 lashes. If you was hungry and you stole, they probably killed you.
Right.
They was probably committing all types of atrocities to their own
orgies.
people. Yeah, they probably was doing sex slaves and all that. So, it was just letting us know if they escaped, then we were supposed to take them in as our servant. Go ahead. Or what were you gonna say?
I want to say also, like, it even has laws on when you smite a servant.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
If you smite somebody and that servant dies, then, bro, that's on you.
That's on you.
Too.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing about it, you could actually hit, but not to the point to where they were just damaged.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to damage. You weren't supposed to damage him. But you got to restore that. So that's what I'm saying. But think about it. They was castrating us, cutting babies, cutting breasts off the women during slavery because they didn't follow the Bible. They followed their own doing. So-called white man. So you got to see, man, that we had the nations around us and their way of doing things. Right here, it showed that it wasn't according to the Most High. When you read this whole Deuteronomy 23, it just goes through like a few different, like just random laws. It talks about the bastards not entering. Don't abhor an Edomite. It just goes through just different. It talks about not having your bathroom within the camp.
Yeah.
Talks about not having your bathroom within the camp because these are things that they probably did in Egypt. You see, you got to remember everything that happened here that the Most High is saying don't do. They did it in Egypt.
Right.
So they were, I mean, did we not get mistreated as slaves? We were slaves 400 years in Egypt. So think about it. The Most High is like, no, we got to set a difference between the clean and the unclean. So in the context of master and servant, this is talking about literal servitude, being in service to a master. Go ahead, finish verse
16.
Yeah.
He shall dwell with thee, even among you,
right,
in that place which he shall choose, in one of thy gates, where it liketh him best.
So he shall dwell with you in that place which he shall choose. So what does that say? He's free. He got his freedom. He ran. He got free. Don't put him back into oppression. Don't put him back into that torment. You see that? Deuteronomy 23 and verse 16. Go ahead.
God, thou shalt not oppress him.
Right. So, I mean, he got his freedom. He ran. No, and that's the thing. He probably wasn't. He was probably another nation. More likely, he was another nation. But it didn't matter. Right. The nations have to follow our law if they came to dwell with us. You see that? They had to follow that Sabbath. They had to follow any law that we had, the feast days. To dwell with us, to be with us, they had to follow the law. So they had to understand that you're leaving one form of slavery to come into the slavery of the Most High in Christ, to be a prisoner to that.
You know, because just even that scripture, because in your mind you might think that that's us as the slave, but in actuality, no, it was another nation, because we never had Hebrew slaves. They were, give me a Leviticus 25 and 38. I'm going to show you something real quick. Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 38.
Did we go through this on Saturday?
Oh, did you?
I think so. We were reading in Genesis.
Yeah.
I think we went through it. Okay.
Yeah, read that real quick.
A lot of class in
Leviticus chapter 25 verse 38.
Uh-huh.
I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt,
right,
to give you the land of Canaan, and to be your God.
Read.
And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor.
Yeah, so if you got a brother, you got a Hebrew Israelite, the Hebrew with you that waxen poor, he needs some help. Read.
And be sold unto thee.
Yeah, he's what unto you?
And be sold unto thee.
Yeah, so this man is sold unto you. Read.
Thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant.
See, he's not going to be a bondservant though. See, this man's not going to be a bondservant. Read.
Verse 40. But as an hired servant.
Yeah, but as a hired servant. See, we had a higher standard when it came to our own people, man.
Yeah.
We didn't have slaves of our own people. They were Hebrew Israelites, but they were as a hired servant. Read.
And as a sojourner.
Uh-huh.
He shall be with thee.
Read.
And shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee.
Yeah, man. So he was going to serve a certain time and then be released after the year of Jubilee. You know, so when it dealt with, even with these other nations, man, yeah, we had slaves, but we dealt with them righteously.
Yeah, because when you go into that, the whole point was for him to be able to buy his way out of the slavery. The Hebrew brother, he was supposed to be able to stack up, to be able to be bought, to be able to be what does it say in Deuteronomy 28? No man shall buy you or redeem you. Yeah, redeem. He uses the word redeem. He can redeem himself, or he had family that could come and redeem him. But we didn't. It said we didn't do bond slavery where you just a slave, you just gonna work.
I was gonna say, yeah, it shows you that in the second, when I brought up on Sabbath class, in 2 Chronicles 23.
Okay, let's go there.
They went off.
2 Chronicles what?
23.
You pulled this in Sabbath class? There was so much information.
We were talking about that.
I forgot what we went over in Sabbath class.
Yeah, it was a lot of stuff. I just remember talking about.
2 Chronicles what?
23.
And what? Read it.
It started verse 8. It says verse 8, and the children of Israel carried away captive of their brethren 200,000 women, sons, and daughters, and took also away.
2 Chronicles what?
23.
23 and what?
I started at verse 8.
You sure?
Yeah. You're not in 2 Chronicles.
Yeah, I am.
Are you?
No, I'm sorry, 28, not 23.
Oh, okay.
28. It's a lot.
28 and verse 8. Okay. Go ahead.
And the children of Israel carried away captive of their brethren 200,000 women, sons, and daughters, and took also away much spoil from them, and brought the spoil to Samaria. But a prophet of the Lord was there, whose name was Oded. And he went out before the host that came to Samaria and said unto them, Behold, because of the Lord power of your fathers was wroth with Judah, he hath delivered them into your hands, and ye have slain them in a rage that reached up into heaven. And now ye purpose to keep under the children of Judah and Jerusalem for bondmen and bondwomen unto you. But are there not with you, even with you, sins against the Lord your power?
Wow.
Now hear me, therefore, and deliver the captives again, which ye have taken captive of your brethren, for the fierce wrath of Yahweh is upon you.
Damn.
So he basically he had to the wicked king of Israel had to release his brethren because it was against the law for them. You know, even though they're going off, they knew it was against the law to keep their brethren as bondmen.
Yeah, I like that. That's right on point. But yeah, so just going a little bit more in depth into his question. But the Deuteronomy 23:13, that was talking about actual servant and master situation. So hopefully we answered that. Did you have a question, Lamont?
I had a question. It was on.
Is it a quick one?
Probably not. So Matthews 12 and 40.
Let's see what it's talking about. We want to finish up this. Let's go into this class. Matthew what?
Matthew chapter 12 verse 40. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
Right.
I just wanted to know, what was the heart of the earth representing?
That's talking about when he died and resurrected.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that was talking about. Con. That's what that was talking about. It was giving a reference.
God.
What scripture was that?
Matthew chapter 12, verse 40.
Lamont, you're hilarious, bro.
Please don't break down.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so you got that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the class. There's nothing else. If y'all got questions on the topic, y'all can shoot them through. We're gonna get into this class. What is it? What's the name of your class again?
Health is Wealth. Health is Wealth Part 2. All right. This is definitely necessary for Israel, especially for us to rise and for us to be, moving at optimum potential, optimum speed, optimum energy. We have to understand some things about just simple health, man. So just to recap, we basically just went over last, I think it was Wednesday or Monday, just regarding how, we were chosen for a higher purpose than what we think we have now. And with that being said, is that the Most High wants even our bodies to be a temple for Him. So, just like we treat our mind, we try to, elevate our mind with more knowledge, more scriptures, more audio Bible, more spirituality. It's the same thing with your temple, man, that you dwell in. For you to continue doing what you're doing on this earth, your body has to take you there. So you have to take care of the vessel that you're in. First scripture, give me Ecclesiastes 18 and 20. Ecclesiastes chapter 18 and verse 20, just to touch on just the end of the last class. We're going to get into it. Ecclesiastes chapter 18 and verse 20.
Ecclesiastes chapter 18, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Before judgment, examine thyself.
Read.
And in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy.
Yeah, it says, before judgment, examine yourself. And we should always be examining ourselves every day. Every day, what could I have done better? Dang, why did I do it like that? Dang, my diet. I knew I wanted to do better with my eating, but why did I have to go to Wendy's again? Dang, did I not have food at the house? I didn't spend a couple dollars. We should always be examining ourselves, what makes us better. Continue to read.
Come. Verse 21. Humble thyself before thou be sick.
Do what?
Humble thyself before thou be sick.
Yeah, humble yourself, man. And we're going into health class. So what are you doing to make yourself sick? Because a lot of Israelites are sick as I don't know what. With diabetes, gout, high blood pressure, cancer, all different type of ailments, sicknesses, diseases, ailments. Listen, your ankle's jacked up, you're overweight, you slipped on your ankle because your ankle couldn't take your body weight. Your arms out of place. Your back tricep look like a piece of hog maw. You know what I'm saying? It's just That's our people, man. We look swollen, like we got worms on our stomachs. So the scripture says, it says, humble thyself before you're sick. Read.
And in the time of sins, show repentance.
God, show repentance, man, because the most, actually read that again.
God, humble thyself before thou be sick. And in the time of sins, shall show repentance.
Yeah, man. You know, so show repentance. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. Yeah, but it says, humble thyself before thou be sick. All right, man. So we always have to we're just getting into the mind frame, man. Listen, what are we doing in this life? You know, how am I treating myself? You know, we get kind of caught up with, you know, work, class online, kids. We got a lot of things that we kind of pay more attention to. Which isn't bad, but you still want to pay attention to your health because that's what's going to give you longevity, man. Give you this long life. The Most High didn't give us these scriptures to how to take care of ourselves, to how to have discretions for nothing.
God.
Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
See, the reason why I pulled this scripture is because we're coming back to the knowledge of what the Most High wants for us, man. You know, we think that we could just have all the triple melts we want. No, you gonna have some backdoor problems when you eat all the triple meats and you know I had somebody triple patty melts. Listen, your barbecue chicken strip sandwiches. You know, your Chinese food Don Juan down the street. We got a little spot called what's that Mexican or Chinese spot everybody goes to? No, that's Chopsticks. What's the one in the hood? Timmy Chan's. Everybody, Timmy Chan's is lined up with Israel. I'm like, God dang, what they serving up in there? What's up?
They serving grease gravy.
They serve grease gravy. Explain grease gravy.
Oh, he told me about this.
What's grease gravy?
It's like when you get like some fried rice.
And
like they just like have like a whole bunch of oil or grease in the pot. They just take like a little spoon of grease. And just,
Oh, they drizzle it on your rice?
Yeah, like you know, like that, like that scoop spoon that you use for soup.
Right.
Yeah, they get that with like
ladle.
grease.
Oh,
yeah.
Ladle.
Like they doing some gourmet type stuff.
Right. Yeah.
They putting straight cans on you. Putting just fat everywhere. You got fat coming out your eyeballs. Read.
Discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Read.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger.
Heck yeah, man. We in the land right now where we think everything is cool. We got fast food on every lot. Fast food on every corner. Taco trucks on every corner. Whatever you may want, Dairy Queen, ice cream, yogurt queen, daiquiris, shrimp fried rice. You know, this how America has conceived just the filthiness of food, man, is crazy.
Ronnie, he's not talking about you specifically, all right?
Ronnie, you out to eat double patty melts?
Triple patty melts? No bueno. No good.
Yeah, cheap food, man. Listen, I feel you, man. You know, but that's what's causing us to have death. You know, you don't have to, you don't have to eat, Wendy's every day. You can have you can have a taco salad. You know what I'm saying? Have you some lettuce, throw you some little meat in there, little rice, roll it up, little green sauce, whatever you want. You can have you some chicken. You don't gotta fry it. You can throw it on the skillet real quick. Some wild rice, some greens. Come on, man. It take like what, 10 minutes, literally. And actually it's cheaper, and it fills you up a little bit more, and you feel better because why? You cooked it yourself. But the Most High has discontinued us from our health because we had health. We understood what to eat, the spices to use, the cinnamon, the myrrh, the frankincense. We use that stuff. Now we're coming back to it. We're finally coming back to understand that, listen, we're just starting to drink alkaline water. But we don't know why we drink alkaline water, though. Most people don't. They don't understand that the body's alkaline and that we have to have our body more alkaline. But we're going to get into that.
And I got to say this. Got to give the disclaimer.
Right.
It's not wicked to eat. It's not wicked to eat fast food. None of it is wicked. What we're trying to say is that, it's not expedient to have that be 99% of your diet.
Right.
Because what he's trying to bring out in the class is, us as Israelites, us men, us women. I don't know if you even got there. I don't want to jump your class, but dealing with the Proverbs 31 woman. Did you get there?
No.
You didn't get there?
I mean, I touched it, but I didn't really
Well,
get in there.
let's just deal with brothers. You know, we got to run, gun, flyers. We got our business. You know, we got to go from this state to that state. How you gonna do that on a McDonald's belly? Think about Christ and the apostles when they were traveling from city to city. You think they had time to stop back and just eat all the fast foods and all the delicatessens?
Listen, Christ was running. He went, oh, my back hurt. Oh,
yeah.
Don't hit me.
They didn't have time for the gout and arthritis. And oh, I got gas. I can't move, or I'm constipated. Like they had to be on some type of a good diet. A lot of their diet was what? Fasting.
Yep. Herbs.
Right. So we're not saying that eating is wicked or drinking is wicked, but having a bad balance is where the sin comes in.
Right.
Having a bad balance, an unjust balance is an abomination to the Most High. So, you know, we just want brothers and sisters to live longer, and while you live, be in less pain. Think about all the inflammation we got as a people. Yeah. Everything is inflamed in your body, but you keep feeding the inflammation. You know, you keep feeding your kids. You complain about your children. Oh, they're hyperactive. Little Muhammad. He just runs around, right? You can't figure out why, but he wakes up in the morning. He got Fruit Loops. At lunch, he got a Go-Gurt.
Right.
With a Capri Sun.
And a honey bun.
And a honey bun.
Snack.
At dinner, you let him get a bag of chips. So all you do is hit him with the sugar. So then you wonder why he just like a pinball. Yep. So that's all we're saying, man. We're not saying that it's wicked to eat these things, but check your labels. Yeah. Check, you know, it's gonna help the health.
Go to Proverbs 2:11, just real quick on that.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. Proverbs 2:11. Proverbs chapter 2 and 11, just to show, because you know what Dr. Priest said, we want you to live longer. We want you to be more knowledgeable at what you're doing, because we start to move and we just move. We're not thinking. We think like our actions have no repercussions, but once you start, your heart feel like it's about to jump out your chest. Like, oh God, what is this? Oh, that's that patty milk coming back. Patty milk's like, yeah, nigga, you thought I forgot about y'all. 2 years been going down.
And you know what it is too, you know, like us brothers, we be on the move.
Yeah.
We be running and gunning.
I love patty milk.
You know what we learned? That just because you're moving fast don't mean you gotta hit the fast food. Yeah. That's what slows you down. Yeah. You know, that's what fast food is for the person that's running and gunning. That's what they tell you. Right. You know, oh, you want to go, just get you a burger. It's compact, it's quick. It got all the calories you need for the whole day.
Got some lettuce on there.
Yeah. It got the lettuce, the tomato, right? A patty, right? What's that McDonald's commercial? They'll break down the whole Big Mac. But anyway, the point that I'm saying is this: even more when you're on the run and when you're running and gunning and you live that fast pace where you got to be here, Your mind has to be sharp. That's the more or less that you want to have fast food and you know, junk food, because it doesn't keep you sharp. It actually keeps you lethargic. It slows you down. You get sluggish.
It does.
How many of us eat in here and just be, as soon as you eat, you get.
I go to sleep.
They call it the itis. Yeah.
I go straight to sleep.
They call it the itis, right? Or niggeritis.
Right. Exactly.
But see, itis. When you put itis behind anything, that means that there's an inflammation. That's what itis is.
Inflammation.
It's inflammation. Yeah. Itis. The ITS behind any type of disease is an inflammation. So something's going on where you eat and then you're not supposed to eat and then pass out.
Right.
You're supposed to eat and get energy. That's what food is supposed to be, fuel. You don't put gas in your car and the car stop running. You know, it's simple little things like, you know, we give our plants water, but you give your children soda.
Yeah.
They're like a plant. Why you give them something you wouldn't put in your plants? You know, it's little things like that where, again, not saying that it's wicked, but as the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we got to remember that the agenda is out on us. Yeah. And the agenda is to exterminate your black ass by any means necessary. So I'm going to give you liquor, I'm going to give you drugs, and then I'm going to sneak right in the middle. I'm going to give you the Wendy's dollar menu.
Oh, yeah.
The McDonald's dollar menu.
Wendy's, boy. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to sneak in there, you know, Whataburger on every block in Houston. I mean, damn, bruh.
Little Caesar's popping out.
Little Caesar, yeah, I'm gonna give you $5, a whole cheese pizza for $5. I mean, I'm guilty. I'm guilty.
I get the pack. That and some mozzarella sticks.
I'm guilty. Yeah, I'm guilty. And their ranch is on point. Their ranch is too wild. But the point is, you don't want to give yourself to that. You want to at least have a balance. If you want to hit the cheese pizza, at least knock down a salad with it. You know, if you're gonna do a lot of bad food, at least try to fast some of that out of your system, because the system gets sluggish. Your metabolism, all these things we're gonna get into.
And even with that, we just continually to just pound it on. You talking about sluggish? We don't feel like our system gets sluggish. Our system's like, nigga, I'm slowing down, but you like, nah, I need more food. I'm hungry. We get more snacks, more pieces. Let me sleep. Let me wake up. Let me snack again. Let me go in there and hit the peanuts. Let me go hit them M&Ms in the bathroom. Give me Proverbs 2:11. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 2, verse 11.
Come on.
Discretion shall preserve thee.
And this is what we're talking about, just discretion, man, because discretion is going to preserve our bodies, our minds, for our children, for, our family underneath us. Think about it. Did your family members teach you healthy eating? Healthy eating habits? Nah, we had crawfish rolls, eat till you puke, eat till you sleep. We got the soul food cooking. Have as many places till the food's gone. Take you two places to go. We got the cobbler. We got the upside down cake. You know what I mean? Sweet potato pie. What you gonna say?
I would say we were forced to clean the plate.
Oh, come
I was
on.
like, bro, you can't get up until you finish that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I sit there for 6 hours for a dinner plate, and my dad was like, giving me grown man plates at like 7.
Right.
Get the big old plate just full of food. You like, there's no way I'm gonna eat this, bro. You sit there, the food is ice cold. You at the table falling asleep, crying.
Even with that, right? Say you have a big plate. You just fast the rest of the night and fast the next morning. That's discretion. Why? Because your system has to digest that. But that's why we're going to go into the body systems and understand what our body systems are and what they do. Because we don't know, like, for example, how many body systems is in our body? Raise your hand if you know.
And this blew my mind when he told me.
Anybody online, put up how many without looking, how many body systems does your body have?
Are you referring to like the
How many, sister?
6.
Wrong.
Are you talking about like the endocrine system?
Yes, sir.
Lymphatic system.
Count them out.
Nervous system.
Keep a little bit louder.
Stand up when you.
So like I wasn't really trying to answer. I was like, man,
Come on.
mind's kinda
Hey.
clouded. Endocrine system, the nervous system, the lymphatic system. Oh, man, you got took me back to some.
Come on, yeah, I know.
Reaching deep right now, so I dust off the cobwebs.
Long story short, it's 11.
11.
There's 11 different systems in your body that we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how our body functions. We just know we function, but not how or what can improve. Like, for example, LeBron, there we go, a lot. 7, 6, 12, almost. It was 11 though.
Too many.
Yeah.
Right.
But with that being said, even like these basketball players, these musicians, what do they do to better themselves? LeBron out there double dribbling, doing the muscle. He does a lot of core exercises. Does core exercises. So what? When he hit that court, hit them threes, everything smooth, hit them dunks. Yeah, he may get bumped up. He's good, but he does that to better his game. But how do you better your health? You don't know. You may just stop eating a certain food, or you may start drinking a little bit more water. We really don't understand our system, but that's what we're going to go into. Give me 1 Corinthians 3 and 16. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16, we're going to get into it. Because this is what the Most High is giving to us, man. Actually, hold that. Give me Ecclesiastes 17:11. Ecclesiastes chapter 17 and verse 11. Because this is what the information that we need to know and we can pass on to our kids. Get them in a healthy eating style. We need that ourselves, man. A lot of times, brothers here, we're doing a lot of intermediate fasting. Why? Because we're always on the move. And it's beautiful to be on the move because you're not always thinking about food. It's like today, I didn't eat until about 3 o'clock. Had me a kiwi in the morning. I didn't eat until I got back home to about 3:30. Had some tuna fish salad. My rib was like, oh, babe, this really wasn't filling. You might want something. I'm like, no, that's good because, we think that in our mind that we need something to make us feel like we're just stuffed. You don't need that. Your body don't need that. A lot of y'all don't even fill up your gas tank to full. So why you need to eat till you're full? You know what I mean? Your car still runs perfectly. So your body doesn't need all that. Where you at?
Ecclesiastes chapter 17. What was the verse?
17 and 11.
Go ahead. Ecclesiastes chapter 17, verse 11. Beside this, he gave them knowledge.
Yeah, he gave us knowledge of what, man? Knowledge how to continue our life and live strong via the commandments, and that goes from the dietary law. That's why we have the dietary law there. We're not going to hit that today, but y'all know the dietary law and the things that are lawful for us to eat. If you don't, we're going to, we may have another health class where we get into that. Read.
And the law of life.
Come on, man.
For inheritance.
Yeah, man, the law of life. What brings us to life. And this is, the Most High has given us the intellectual power, the brain power, the willpower to research, to look up things of how to give us life, man. The Bible gives it to us. He's putting us on another level. So how about even more to look about your health? To find out the things that are good for you. Give me 1 Corinthians 3 and 16.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Give me a comment, y'all got it?
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
God. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Right.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Hold up. Read that again.
Verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Yeah, your body is the temple of the Most High, man. The Most High has given you this vessel. If somebody can find me that scripture about the, actually we don't got to go there, but it talks about the celestial and the terrestrial. Your spirit is the celestial, but your terrestrial is your body. So read that again.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
Yeah, your body is the temple of God, man. And with the temple, what would you do? You treat it right. You decorate it good. What's up?
I got it.
Where you at?
It's 1 Corinthians 15 and 40.
You can hold that. But yeah, your body is the temple. And just like how you treat the temple, you want to paint it, you want to clean the floors. You got to clean your body too as well. Your colon has a lot of waste. Do some colon cleanses. A lot of our people don't know about that.
They say the average American, Babylonian, has about 8 years of meat back up in the colon.
Yeah, it's probably more than that.
That's what they said the average is.
I believe it. That's the average of 8 years. Yeah. But when's the last time anybody did a colon cleanse or any type of cleanse?
I'm doing one now.
Yeah, well, right. But Hebrew Israelites. But back in the world, your family, who's talking about cleansing? My dad has to do a colon cleanse because he had ulcers in his stomach. So we got to do a colon cleanse because he's about to have a colonoscopy where they going right up the anus to check and see what's up in there. But that's forced. Nobody told him about cleaning your colon, cleaning your body. That's why your gut's sticking all the way out, tight. You got that tight skin. Your belly ain't supposed to be that huge. You got a lot of back. You got a lot of baggage up in there, man. Worms, a lot of extra food. Think about it. Cats talking about, they can't go without eating. Well, your belly definitely can go without eating for a couple days. Your body can eat off the fat that's stored. Read where you at?
Verse 17. If any man defile the temple of God.
So we understand that our body is the temple of God. The scripture says, if any man defile the temple of God, read.
Him shall God destroy.
Yeah, that's why a lot of our people is dying, man. You're not taking respect of your body. We don't understand, and this is why we're trying to educate our people on the small things about health. Before the Most High destroys you, allows your body to go through diseases, go through ailments. Listen, not only disease, people got back problems, arm problems, thyroid problems, groin problems. You're straining muscles. Yeah, you're overweight. You're obese. There's different levels to obesity. You got overweight, obese, and extreme obesity. Look it up. Look up your height and look up your weight and see if you're in that range of overweight or obesity. You probably think you're good, but you obese. You could be actually a lot less. Read.
For the temple of God is holy.
We're holy, so you should treat your body as holy. A lot of people, listen, whenever you start going through like, how do I, better my body? You know what it says? Exercise, better eating habits. What else it says? Like a lot of cleansing things, right? Those are the two things most black people and Hispanics don't do. We don't exercise, nor do we have a diet. We eating chicken wings on Monday, Tuesday, pork chops on Wednesday, if you're unlawful. But yeah, whatever's cheap, you go Taco Tuesday, enchilada Wednesday, whatever it may be. We don't have an understanding of how to better ourselves, and that's why the Most High is destroying our body.
What does Popeyes do?
I think it's what?
For Tuesdays?
$2.89?
Yeah. Ooh.
2 for 99 cents. Get you a wing and a thigh.
They're killing us.
Grease.
With greasy ass, deep fried, double battered
Right.
chicken. They give it to you. First of all, they pick one day out of the week to give it to you for $1.
Right.
But every other day they raping you $5.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I gotta see it.
God. Man, you should see. I don't know if y'all ever paid attention when y'all drive down this and that where the prostitutes at. But as soon as you
I don't
get
pay
in there,
attention to that.
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the food.
Right.
So like they got a Popeyes.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you enter, they got a Papa's, a Burger King, a Popeyes,
Whataburger.
a Timmy Chan's, a Whataburger, and then just outside of it, right at the light, there's a Taco Bell there, but there's a McDonald's right there too.
Oh, right on the other side of the highway.
So you know you got something every day for the week.
You get some hoes and fast food, huh? That's terrible.
I'm gonna switch it up. We get some Papa's barbecue today.
That's
Right.
terrible.
Give me that pork rib.
You get that when you get paid.
Right.
Yeah, bro.
Dang. You said the
But
delicacy.
you should see that line on Tuesdays, man. It's crazy.
Popeyes?
Yeah.
I believe it because black folk love chicken.
Come on.
We love chicken.
All right, it's a car right up in that churches, man.
We love pork. We love all the little stinky fish they cook next door, the stinky little crabs. You got brothers, listen, you got cats that walk down right here, they're like, man, they're like little crackheads. You like, what you looking for? Looking for that, what's the name of that spot?
Lotus.
I'm looking for that lotus.
Right.
I'm like, just turn around and smell. All you gotta do is just sniff, and you'll smell the filthy crab smell in the air.
Yeah. And when you put that stuff in your body as well, some people like, when we used to work out, me and Zion, like, I never used to give off a stench or a smell like that.
Yeah.
Because when you actually working out, you can tell when somebody eats disgusting and they're bad because their body will give off a certain odor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's bad. You can smell it through people's pores.
It seeps through. It's seeping through their pores. You're Martin on Blue Street. He's like, man, you smell like you eat a lot of cold cuts because it's seeping. The smell, like you can smell people's body odor. Yeah, you just smelling fishy. Well, you better get up off them crawdads and them fish boils. Right? What they call it, crab broils.
Oh,
out here, they love that out here. It's crazy out here. Crawfish broils. They love that out here. Like I don't get it.
It's just seasoning. Think you eating seasoning?
Well, it's the way they cook it.
No, it's just seasoning. That's all it is. Seasoning. Let's go outside and
See what he's doing. No, go see what he's doing. Oh.
Oh, he's right there.
Oh,
There's a window. He went to sleep. But yeah, so the Most High is just slowly but surely breaking our body down. He's giving us a chance though. Read where you at.
Verse 17 at top.
And let me say one thing about the body as a temple. You know, the one thing about the food, we always got to remember that when they say you are what you eat, you literally are what you eat. You'll smell like what you eat, your breath, your body, you'll feel like what you eat. If you eat a pig that's a damn walking dumpster, you're gonna walk around feeling like a walking dumpster. If you eating shrimp, crabs, lobsters, you're gonna feel like that. If you eating junk food, you're gonna feel like junk. They call it junk food for a reason. Why? Empty calories. You eat it, it makes you feel full. But then what happens is you eat it, you eat the bag of chips, the drink that got sugar, and then what happens is every 2-3 hours you're back eating because you're addicted to that stuff. It's empty calories. What do they say? Only time I exercise when I go downstairs. Oh man, come on.
All right,
You know that's right. Yeah, but see, even Ronnie fasted and got his knee right. Ronnie went on a fast, and what happened with your knee, Ronnie? Ronnie was out there bouncing around like he was 20. Ronnie's a little older, but he was moving last Saturday like he was 20. I said, what happened to your knee? He said, man, my knee feels so good. I said, what'd you do? He said, I went on a fast. Like, yeah, suck that water out your knee. When you go on a fast, a lot of us carry a lot of excess water because you eat too much salt. A lot of us carry around the excess feces because your bowels are blocked all the way up. Y'all gotta get on a colon cleanse. You know, again, because why? You'll see when you let all this weight off your body, off your gut, you'll be able to move around. Your back won't hurt as much. Yep. You won't get as sick. Anyone that got a backed up colon, I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 times you got worms. If you're addicted to a lot of sugars and the high fructose, guess what? you probably got worms.
Oh, man.
You got to deworm yourself. And it's easy. All you got to do is eat papaya. Papaya seeds. The seeds, you eat them seeds, it's toxic to worms. I've been on that.
You see them right there in the toilet.
Yeah, you will. I've been on that, trying to get just trying to be healthy. I feel, because when I eat, I'm like, why am I tired after I eat? But you know what's crazy? The last couple of days, I haven't ate no bread. I haven't had no caffeine. Like, this is just regular tea. I haven't had no caffeine, like no Red Bulls, no coffee. And I actually feel good. I went through my little caffeine withdrawal, little headaches, but I'm good. You know, you gotta strip your body away from these things because, again, when you look up the effects of caffeine, it gives you that boost, but it also shuts down the functions of your brain. It limits your brain power that you're firing those neurons and electrons. It shortens those fuses. Coffee actually makes you jittery. It makes you jittery it makes you jittery, but it also makes you it irritates you in the mind. You get irritated easily. So add jitterness with irritation, and then you just moving quick. It ain't no good.
Yeah, you gotta mess up.
You're gonna mess something up. You're gonna hurt something. So, and then when you on that all the time, and then when you don't have it, come on, man. Be mad as hell because why? The addiction. The same thing with the energy drinks. Like, I'm a Red Bull guy. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not a Red Bull guy. I have to cut that. All that sugar,
right?
No bueno. It's like this. Perfect thing is this. If we ate better, we wouldn't need the Red Bull. We wouldn't need the coffee if we ate better. Coffee would be like how white people take coffee. When they go for a meeting, he's like, let me have a coffee. And the coffee is that big. Yeah, you never see James Bond drinking a big ass Strengtha from Starbucks. You know, he walk in talking about give me a venti. No, they drink them small little espresso shooters, right? Boop. Get them nice with the pinky up. Boop. Yep. Get them nice and right. Yeah, you know, and they don't even drink the whole thing. They get a little sip and they keep it moving because drinking coffee was a thing of, you know, formalities. We're in a meeting. We're having a discussion. Or even when they drink, hey, let's have a drink, right? They ain't hitting the whole damn bottle of Henny. They get a cup, and it's mostly ice, and they pour an actual shot, and they sip that, and they don't even finish it. And they leave. Like, we do everything in such excess. Man, we do everything excessive, man. It's bad. I remember when McDonald's was doing the supersized fries. It was like a basket of fries. I mean, they got some good fries. But I haven't had McDonald's in like 5 years, man.
I don't even remember last time I had McDonald's.
But their fries and the Big Mac, come on, man. It was good. Come on. They made it cheap. Yeah. I remember you walk to Burger King and get a double Whopper for $1 back in the day. We used to walk to Burger King to go get that. You go get 2-3 of those?
That flame broil.
Yeah, you save one for later? Come on, man. It was nasty. But yeah, you don't save a burger for later, it just be soggy. Right. But we didn't care, we was broke. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead, man.
No, that's real. Because it's saying, if any man defile, read that verse 17 again.
Verse 17.
Uh-huh.
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
Come on, man, because you have no respect for God. Because the Most High created you. It said, ye are gods, right?
Oh, man.
Come on.
If I could say one thing too, man.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So in Exodus, I'm reading the construction of the temple, right?
Okay.
And the construction of the tabernacle, the ark, all that.
Right.
And when you read about, one thing that jumped out to me on the construction of the temple is like the care and the detail that the Most High put in construction and in constructing the temple. Okay. So like when you just look at the scripture when it's saying that our body is the temple. And like, you just think about like just health science and everything. Right. Like when you were bringing out about we have 11 functions of our bodies. Mm-hmm. It's crazy when you look at it, it's just like the detail that the Most High put in putting our earthly tabernacle together. Right. And it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it is, especially when you read about our forefathers, Samson, how he was doing the things he was doing, slaying the individuals. You got David jumping over walls, got hind legs like rows. Running fast. Think about that. What were they on? Well, they could just be. He was just a massive weapon for the Most High. just the men of war. David's what was it? The mighty men. What was they on? You know what I'm saying? King Solomon, what was his crew on? What was King Solomon on? You know what I'm saying? What was his diet?
Not Wendy's.
Yeah. You know, and it just shows just the downfall. That's why that scripture about in Jeremiah 17 about we've been discontinued. We've been discontinued from our wealth, man. Our health is wealth.
Real quick, that Dave Rogers, that Cascara Sagrada, that's a good herb. You got to be careful with that though, because it's a laxative. So if you take too much, it'll give you diarrhea. And for good colon health, you don't want to take too many laxatives. You'll flush out the good bacteria. You got good bacteria, you got bad bacteria. So if you're taking that herb a lot, you got to put back in good bacteria. You know, you got to take like, bee pollen or kimchi. You know, that good bacteria has to be back into your gut to balance you out. Fermented cabbage. They even say
Greek yogurt,
Greek unflavored yogurt. Yeah. Probiotic. You gotta have those probiotics. But that herb, yeah, it's a good herb. You take that along with a colon cleanse to keep things moving. I've been up on a colon cleanse. Yeah, I've been on it.
We all trying to get right, but that's once again, this is what we're coming back to as a team. You know, we understand that there's things that we can do for our body. And that's why we have this class right now. Go ahead, Mark.
As I get older too, man, like my body starts to, tell me different things now. And one of the things I've noticed is, man, sometimes I can't even eat meat anymore because I've eaten meat my whole life. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten older and I realized that we ain't supposed to intake meat like that. Nope. And in Sirach, I'm not sure I'm jumping on scriptures, but 37 and 30 even tells you.
Double tap, it don't matter.
For excess of meats, bringing sickness.
Where you at?
This is Sirach.
Will you look out for the people online?
Yes, sir. For excess of meats, bringing sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler.
Collar.
But basically, like with me, sometimes I sit down and eat. Like it be sometimes I gotta get a salad. It's like I try to take a bite out of some meat. It's like I fucking want to throw up. I don't even feel like eating meat. I noticed that eating. We all probably grew up where our mom was making gumbo and all this BS all our lives.
Hamburger helper.
And now I'm almost 30. It's like, man, I can't. Like sometimes I can't even sit down and want to eat no chicken. Like, when I got the Whataburger today, I ate like half a sandwich. Just ate all the fries, half the sandwich. Like I realized, man, sometimes I just can't even eat meat. I don't feel like it.
I'm glad my mom wasn't on meat like that. Oh, yeah. She was like on tofu and soy milk. She was on that stuff, but my mom didn't eat meat like that. So she didn't buy it. I mean, we was broke anyway. You broke, you can't afford meat. you got to get the other basics, but we did do a lot of cheese and butter. So that, I guess that made up for it. But yeah, I wasn't really into the meat like that. So I guess I'm fortunate in some way, but I was a junk food Nazi.
Yeah.
Eat them Doritos, the Annihilators, and the quarter waters. Oh, come on.
Get you one of them little pizza boxes.
Some honey buns.
Oh yeah.
Hit that corner store and just go crazy.
Yep. Have the ice pops in the freezer.
All that.
The sticks, you pick out what color you want.
Oh yeah.
You get one, cousin get one. Come on, man.
Yeah.
But no, we're actually gonna go into some information regarding the body that we need to know. And one of the first things is, the most important thing is water. A lot of us don't intake near the amount of water that we need, and that's why your skin is dry, pimples, back hurting, leg hurting, drowsy, lips dry, hair's dry, cuticles are yellow.
Peeling right here.
Yeah, peeling. There's a lot of issues dealing with lack of water because our body is mainly made up of water. All right? You can write this down if you want to, but it says around 60% of the body is made up of water. And it shows as well, it says in around 71% of the planet's surface is covered by water. So that's something to show us as well, is that even in creation, the Most High had this planet covered with water. Between the firmaments, the waters, betwixt the waters. Go ahead, what do you want to say?
Well, I was also researching about organic sea salt.
Okay.
We're made out of salt water too. So if we sit there and start using sea salt more, our bodies will absorb the water instead of just us drinking it
and kind of run through.
Yeah, constantly peeing out. Mm-hmm. That sea salt inside of your muscles, you'll drink it, and it'll sit there and absorb the water.
Right.
So instead of just drinking and you peeing, you get some sea salt, start containing that in your body, and it'll absorb inside of your muscles. So it'll stick.
Right.
But even with that, you got to be careful because you have people that have a problem with sodium, and they already have a lot of water weight, and then they add that, then they just get bloated. So you gotta detox your body from everything first, and then start implementing a lot of these different things. Like even when you go on a colon cleanse, you don't just start a colon cleanse. You gotta fast for a day to get your system cleared. You gotta fast for a day, and then you go into the cleanse. You ease into it. You don't just go on a colon cleanse on a full stomach. You'll hurt yourself. You ease into it, and then you ease off of it. So a lot of these things that we're talking about, like Himalayan sea salt, that's real good. The pink one, I use that. Yeah, that's real good. Oh yeah, you cook with that. I put that. I use that with everything. Where do you find alkaline water? Anywhere that sells water, with like the water fill-ups, right? Not the ones that are outside, but they got like the stores. They sell like the different pHs, right?
Yeah. What I've been doing lately is I go to Whole Foods. I don't know, Ms. Dorothy, if you have Whole Foods in your area, but Whole Foods has it to where you can. I have a 5-gallon container that I have my alkaline water in, and I bring the it says Sprouts. But I don't know if Sprouts does refills, but you can take your container to Whole Foods, and they have 3 different types of waters you can get. All right, so they have your reverse osmosis, which is just they're filtering the water through other minerals, like another filter. Or actually, no, reverse osmosis is what the oxygen in the water. I don't know too much about reverse osmosis, but they have that. They have your filter, then they have alkaline. Reverse osmosis is like 44 cents for a gallon. All right, alkaline is usually like $1 when you get to these places, and a lot of times the alkaline is like 9.5, even 10 sometimes, depends on the system. But what I do, I fill up alkaline water when I get to the cash out spot. I tell them it's reverse osmosis, ring me up for 44 cents a gallon. I need that because they can't tell if it's alkaline water. Stop it. We shouldn't be paying for water anyway. But that's one thing. Whole Foods. You have your grocery stores. It's gonna be a little bit more expensive for alkaline water, but I advise you to go to Whole Foods or a place where you can actually go in and fill up the water. Get you a 5-gallon jug, and it should last you. They say you should drink a gallon of water a day. That's a lot of water. It's doable if you start doing it regularly. But you should definitely get some liters in your body and start drinking more. Get you a container. Get you a container and carry it with you with water. But I'm gonna show you. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 14. We're gonna go through some benefits of water. So what water does to the body. All right. So that we can understand why we're actually doing these things. Why we're gonna juice up our water intake. Why we're gonna decline our soda intake. I know there's a lot of Coca-Cola drinkers out there, Dr. Peppers. You got you a nice meal. I need to give me a Dr. Pepper to slush it down. My dad's like that. He give me a cold root beer. Like nigga, get you a glass of water. But where you at?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse. What's the verse, sir?
1 and verse 14.
1 and verse 14. Con?
Go ahead.
For he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful.
Yeah, man. So the Most High created all things in the world to be healthy, man. So he wants us to be healthy. He wants us to preserve ourselves. He wants us to continue to grow strong. Read.
And there is no poison of destruction in them.
Read.
Nor the kingdom of death upon the earth.
Yeah, man. The Most High created the world in healthiness. So now we're trying to get back to this.
Good.
But here it goes. Going back into the benefits of water. So we understand that the Most High wants our temple to be clean and holy. Listen, here's some things that we should know regarding water. It says that, number 1, water lubricates the joints. Water lubricates the joints. Our body has joints in it, man. Your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, your hips, your hip flexors, the inside of your groins. You have joints there. And that's what makes you move. A lot of time our people get up with bad joints, man. They get up aching and, oh, man, it's so hard to get up. Like, you're 23. You ain't been in no car accident. You ain't played no football. You ain't been out there on a slave plantation picking no cotton. Why is your back hurting? Maybe because you have a lack of water. It says that cartilage found in joints and the disc of the spine contains around 80% water. Again, it says cartilage found in joints and disc of the spine contains around 80% of water. Long-term dehydration can reduce the joint's shock-absorbing ability, leading to joint pain. So what it's saying is that your body, your back, you got little joints in there, you got disc. It's filled with water, man. Water is what makes it smooth, man. Get you moving and grooving. Your knees, elbows. People talking about they got arthritis or what's another one that they have? Dang, what is that one with tendinitis? Tendinitis. You got tendinitis, all these different ailments in your body, but one reason might be because you have a lack of water.
And remember, the itis, tendinitis, arthritis, those are inflammations.
Yep.
ITS is an inflammation in your body.
Yep.
One way to do it is to get that water in you. You know, like the one thing that I do, I always keep a bottle like this by the bed. The first thing when I wake up in the morning, I hit one of these, or I try to at least, because I don't do breakfast, I don't do food in the morning or when I wake up. Water is all you need to get your system going. You got to remember, if you sleep 8 hours, your system has been sleeping for 8 hours. And then as soon as you wake up, what do they teach you? Go eat a big bowl of cereal,
right,
all sugar, or go eat some pancakes, which is glue. Right. Go eat some chicken eggs. Go eat some turkey bacon or whatever.
Get you some grits. Yeah. Sausage and biscuits.
Read.
With eggs.
And you mush it all together in your system that is still asleep. And then you wonder why at 12 o'clock, you like, damn, I'm tired.
Right.
Well, you got to hit the water. Get your system jump-started. Get it going. Before you go to bed, water. Listen, I don't even know if y'all know, but when you take a shower, you know why a lot of people don't move the way they need to? They're dehydrated. They don't know it. When you take a shower, it dehydrates you. When you're out here in Houston, it's like super humid. That dehydrates you. It keeps your pores open. So you're always, like I'm sweating right now. I'm not like leaking when I'm sweating. I can feel the moisture because it's so humid. Right? Everybody's looking around like, where's that? She look like, where's the moisture? Trust me, I feel it. But but that's why I stay covered. I keep my body covered to keep some of that moisture because I gotta, with my, you can calculate how much water you need for your body. I need 135 ounces for my body weight. You need to drink a certain amount of water according to your body weight and activity. It ain't just the eight glasses. Yep. That ain't for everybody. I'm 220. I weigh 220, so I need about 130 ounces. That's without any physical activity. So if I'm sweating, I gotta replace that. If it's humid, the weather, the hotter it gets, I gotta replace that. We gotta, it's these things that we already had these things in us. We already knew. Let's keep the water going. But if you wake up and the first thing you do is hit the bottle from last night, you hit the Henny that was there from last night, or you hit you know how you eat the fast food late night in your bed, you sit in your drawers, and you eat the fast food in front of the TV, and the soda's left over, right? And then you wake up the next morning like, and then you guzzle the damn soda that's been sitting. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all all did it.
Yes, it's good.
Y'all all did it, but it's no good for you, is what I'm saying. All that caramel color, that thing gets in your system, and your system turns into a car with damn put sugar in a gas tank. Right. It's just like that, man. So
matter of time. We
got to get better at like he's saying, the water lubricate. Plus the water helps pass everything through your system.
Indeed. Again, long-term dehydration can reduce joints, shock absorbing ability, leading to joint pain. So if y'all got some joint pain, it's funny. When I was in the military, whenever there was a saying, man, whenever Marines come up and complain, listen, change your socks and drink more water. That's what we used to tell them. Change your socks and drink more water, Marine. Really? Oh yeah. I mean, there's probably something else other. But a lot of times that was the thing. Yeah, change your socks and
put stuff.
Well, no, it was just a little bit better, man. Make you feel better.
Oh yeah.
Fresh socks, all that good stuff. Yeah. But drink water, man. Water is necessary. So remember, if y'all can, again, it's not expensive to get a container. Get you a gallon, get you a little bit, 2-liter container. Get you listen, how much money y'all spend on food, fast food, shoes, clothes, car accessories? games. I know y'all playing, listen, probably playing Red Dead Redemption Volume 2. I know y'all out there. Listen, save that. Get you one of these nice containers, man, that you can take around with you, and that's hard and sturdy, you know, and keep it with you, all right?
Download the app. I got this app called Hydro Pro. It reminds me to drink water, because I be forgetting.
Right.
But it reminds you. It's like, oh, you missed your water. Then you pound down, you know, a bottle, and then you hit that you drank however many ounces,
right?
And you're good. You do that every day. You just build you up a little pattern. I got to do that. I got to do stuff like that because I'll go the whole day without water. Yeah. I'll go the whole day without water, and I'm like, damn, what do I feel like that? Oh, yeah. Gotta get some water in my system.
I'm gonna say, William, I'm gonna say this, man. You know, I tried to do my own alkaline. I tried my pH strips, my baking powder, or baking soda. It didn't come out correct for me. That was just for me though. So, you know, I got $2 I can spend on the alkaline. That's why I got reverse osmosis in here. You know, so, you know, it's $2 for a 5 gallon. That'll last me about 5 days.
Also, if you're like on a run, you can't get to the alkaline water. If you have like, or you maybe about to run out of the house. If you put like some lemons in the water, let it sit a little bit.
Oh yeah, some mints. Throw some mint leaves in there. It's a little bit of ginger, not ginger. Mint leaves, limes.
Lime, strawberries.
Right.
Alkalize your water.
Little citrus type fruits will alkaline your water. All right, number 2, it says it forms saliva and mucus. So it forms saliva and mucus. But let's understand what this saliva does, all right? Saliva helps us digest our food and keeps the mouth, nose, and eyes moist. This prevents friction and damage. Drinking water also keeps the mouth clean. Consumed instead of consumed instead of sweet beverages, it can also reduce tooth decay. You know, once again, so this water is going to keep your mouth, your organs, your nose, your mouth. You're going to keep certain things moist as it should be.
You know, if you have a dry mouth, you usually have bad breath.
Ooh, that cotton breath.
You got that when your mouth is dry, that produces bacteria, keeps your breath smelling bad.
Hot.
So the more lubricated, the more wet your mouth is on the inside. Like, I got a lot of spit right now.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that just because you got a wet mouth, your breath don't stink. Like,
right.
Are you brushing, scraping your tongue? But, you know, it's all these things that water does. It got so many different functions. But you want to keep that mouth lubricated. That's why when you wake up, from sleeping, and if you sleep with your mouth open and you bring in that air, you dry your mouth out, you got morning breath. You drink some water, brush your teeth, it'll clear it up.
All right, 3, water. Y'all should write these down too. 3, it delivers oxygen throughout the body. So water gives oxygen throughout the body. Blood is more than 90% water. Read that again. Blood is more than 90% water, and blood carries oxygen to different parts of the body. We're going to get into that into the circulatory system. But it says that the blood is 90% water.
Him's a biologist.
Oh man, you know, not really, just basic.
Biologist.
With the carrying the oxygen throughout the bloodstream, it's that's why you need a lot of water too, because it also if you're not drinking enough water, you're not getting enough circulation throughout your system.
Right.
It also throws up your focus and memory.
Yep.
Come on.
So one thing brothers can also take, what I take is ginkgo biloba and go-to cola. They're very good for memory, concentration, just energy as well.
Yeah.
And if you want natural energy, like an alternative other than like caffeine, brothers can take Asian ginseng or ginseng. Get ginseng tea. Or I got like the little tablets, vegan tablets. I take those too, so keeps me up.
Listen, they said one apple got enough energy as 1 cup of coffee.
Oh,
But see, your body. But this is the problem where how many of y'all can eat an apple and get that energy? A lot of people can't. You know why? Because your body is so ripped down, where now when you eat the apple, it just absorbs into all the filth. An apple is as good as caffeine to a good body, a body that's used to running on these natural things. Again, it's all about, you got to strip yourself from the mucus and the muck that's inside of you, and then restart. But one apple can get you going, man.
Yep. Even I was looking into kiwis, man. You know, kiwis gives you a little energy, gives you a lot of vitamin C. It says actually a kiwi is 5 times the dose of an orange. Kiwis, yo. Kiwis actually pretty decent.
Called more vitamin C?
Yeah, kiwis have more vitamin C. But Number 4, it says it boosts skin health and beautify. So drinking more water increases, it boosts skin health and beautify. With dehydration, the skin can become more vulnerable to skin disorders and premature wrinkling. Premature wrinkling.
So more water, less Botox?
Come on, man. You ain't got to be like Esau. You ain't got to be out there getting your lips and your face all pumped up and your foreheads and your chins. Drink more water, man. You know, it just shows that your body is dehydrated. You know, a lot of times, you know, once again, they say, you know, when your hair is looking good, your skin's looking good, you must be hydrated.
You got that glow. Yeah, they say you're hydrated. Yeah.
Come on, you know, and we're natural like that, you know, but we just been so indoctrinated into this world that we've been dehydrating ourselves rather than hydrating, because sodas dehydrate you, candies, all these different garbage food, these acidic foods that we take, it dehydrates your body. So water is good for your skin health as well. So if you're looking for, you know, better skin, listen, drink you some water. Come on now. 5, it cushions the brain, spinal cord, and other sensitive tissues. All right? It cushions the brain, spinal cord, and other sensitive tissues. See, a lot of things like this specific, you know, quality of what water does for you, benefit it does for you, we don't think about how it cushions our brain. A lot of us be having these brain headaches and head hurts. We don't know why. Yeah, your brain ain't cushioned. It's over there, bang, it's dry as hell. It's out there just squirting or scooting around in your head, and you don't know why. But it says that dehydration can affect brain structure and function. It is also involved in the production of hormones and neurotransmitters. Prolonged dehydration can lead to problems with thinking and reasoning. Yeah, you're dehydrated, you tired, you weary, you faint. It says that prolonged dehydration can lead to problems with thinking and reasoning. When you think like, when all of a sudden your brain starting to feel a little cloudy, yeah, you might be dehydrated. Drink you some water. But we got to go through these things. Why? Because a lot of these issues our people have, not knowing that it's a simple fix. Drink a little bit more water.
You know, even when you're hungry, you get that hunger feeling? That's a lot of the times you're not hungry. You're dehydrated and your body is thirsty. It's the same feeling. A lot of times you can just drink a bunch of water. Yep. It'll kill that hunger because your body is needing water. You know, you got to know your body, though. You got to know, if you just ate 3 minutes ago and you still hungry as hell, you might need to hit some water real quick. You know, if you ate an hour ago and you come back starving, well, maybe you got to get a little water in your system. Right. But the body tells you these things, you know, you'll feel it.
And these are things that we have to know, because we have to pass this on. Our kids are going to have these issues. Oh, Dad, my brain is hurting. Why? Did you drink enough water, son? Drink enough water, daughter? You know, and these are things that will make their life a lot better, man, health-wise, and your friends and your family, even yourself. All right? Water regulates body temperature. Water that is stored in the middle layers of the skin comes to the skin's surface as sweat when the body heats up. As it evaporates, it cools the body. It says scientists have suggested that when there is too little water in the body, heat storage increases and the individual is less able to tolerate heat strain. That's why a lot of people pass out in heat incidences. They call them
heat stroke.
They call them heat. They call them heat casualties. But you have heat strokes. You got heat exhaustion, and you have heat stroke, heat exhaustion, and then you have. There's another one, heat exhaustion. But yeah, so you have all these different things that happen to your body because of the lack of water. You out there trying to do too much, and your body running on E. It's like, nigga, I can't go nowhere. Your red lights start coming on. Your eyes start looking googly, start seeing things, and all of a sudden your body just shut down. You're black. Same thing with your car. When your car ain't got no gasoline, it ain't going nowhere. You might as well push it to the limit and just coast it. That's what your body is doing, man. So it's showing that we need to constantly, especially if you're out there in the hot heat, you're going to and fro out of your car. We got a lot of people that work at FedEx, UPS. Stay hydrated. If you're in the office moving around, you're outside. If you're a school teacher, you think that you don't need no water, you going outside to recess, you better hydrate. Get some hydration in before you faint. I had a guy, I was just working out at the gym. I was getting my biceps pumping, man. I was pumping. I was in the, get my biceps in, right? had my earphones on. All I heard was a boom. I was like, oh no. I looked back. Bro, it was a dude slumped over on the floor. Just slumped over. I was like, oh God. So I was a medic in the Navy, a combat medic. So long story short, I felt like I had to go over and help him out. Went over there, tapped him, hit him in the face a little bit, wake up. He finally woke up, but long story short, it was basically like a heat exhaustion, man. He does it all the time. He has a lack of sleep, but it's probably a lack of water as well. If cats that have lack of sleep, they ain't drinking no water, man. And he hasn't worked out in a long time, so he actually fell asleep twice. But the thing about it is that one of the reasons was, and I asked him, you got any water with you? He didn't have no water, but he had a hoodie on his head. He was sweating like I don't know what. Yeah, your body just shut down on you, man. You have to keep it hydrated, keep water in your tank. All right? It says there it is. It says having a lot of water in the body may reduce physical strain if heat stress occurs during exercise. See, but a lot of people don't have that. However, more research is needed. But it says, number 7, the digestive system depends on it. All right? Your digestive system depends on it. When you sit over here constipated, yeah, because you ain't got no fluids to push it through. It says the bowels need water to work properly. Dehydration can lead to digestive problems, constipation, and an overly acidic stomach. This increases the risk of heartburn and stomach ulcers that my dad received. And I bet he don't drink more than 5 glasses of water a day. But these are the things that our people don't know that they have to be educated on, because we're tired of seeing our people dying in the streets daily, having all these illnesses when we can actually correct it by simple measures, man. You don't have to go to Esau and go to the doctor's office and be like, listen, how do I get better help? Listen, cut out the acidic food, drink more water, put down the brewskis all the time, because beer's acidic, wine's acidic, liquor's acidic. Stop drinking that all the time and drink some more water. No, it is though. That's why a lot of people have acid reflux. Yeah, your body is so much, your stomach has so much acid in it, it's coming out of your throat now. It has to escape some way. So water definitely helps your bowels move, and it decreases the risk of heartburn and stomach ulcers. It says it flushes body waste. Water is needed in the process of sweating and removing urine and feces. Your body releases its toxins through your pores. That's why you do sweat. But the same way through your urine has toxins that goes through there. That's why a lot of times, look at your urine sometimes. See what color it is.
If it's yellow like this highlighter,
oh man,
it's a problem.
Oh, it'd be like this. Cat's pee looking like this. It's dark.
If your pee looks like any one of these, there's a problem.
Right, it's dark.
It should be a little bit clearer. It should have a little clarity to it.
Yeah, man, get some water through your system. Go ahead.
What if it's clear and you're not drinking water? That's kind of me. I'm sorry, that's kind of how mine is.
Well, it could be even your nutrients is down, man. A lot of times, even when you have like real yellow, you got a lot of cats that take a lot of those vitamins. Yeah. They'll have their pee that's like this yellow like that. But it could be that you don't have nutrients, man. But you drink water though, right?
Rarely.
Don't drink.
Rarely. Yeah. But it's still clear.
I'm not bullshit.
But do you drink anything else?
I drink tea. I drink a lot of tea.
Yeah, but what's in tea?
It's water. But
this is the thing about tea that people don't know. Too much tea will dehydrate you.
Yeah. What kind of tea is it?
Tea, it don't matter what tea it is. Tea dehydrates you. Yeah. If you drink too much of it, you gotta get water in you, bro. We talked about this. You sitting there hitting the Tampico.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get the Tampico,
you still
bro.
in the hood.
Nah, get you some water, man. Listen, there was one of these fake Jews in the mall that we were next to.
Dang.
And this dude, they're supposed to have all the wisdom. They're the children of Yisrael, right? They're in there. But this guy was always complaining about his back, like his stomach. He had stomach problems. He's like, man, we would talk. He's like, bro, every time I go to the bathroom, I gotta like push real hard. And I'm like, huh? He's like, yeah, it gave him hemorrhoids. And I was like, you're pushing that hard that you got hemorrhoids. And then he had to get surgery or something like that. But anyway, I was like, bro, how much water do you drink? He was like, oh, I drink one of these a day. It was a 16 ounce. You know the little 16 ounce you go get? The little small one you get in the pack? He said, yeah, I just drink one of these a day. I was like, what? Just one? He said, yeah. I was like, bro, you need like 20 of those. Yep. And he was like, like I was like, bro, you need water for to push the waste. He was like, really? I said, yeah. I'm like, you don't know this? So that same day he went and he got him a big thing of water, GNC. And he pounded the whole thing and he was gone for a minute. He came back. He was like, dude, that was the best bowel movement I've had in years. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I went to GNC and I got some water. And I drank all of it. And it like, he went to the restroom. I was like, damn, you didn't know you got to drink water? Like, that's very easy. But see, they don't understand, man, that you don't have to have the Bible to understand that you need water. You just gotta feel your body and understand if I'm going through ailments and if I gotta go to the bathroom, you should never have to go to the restroom and push. Y'all know that, right? You should never go to the restroom and have to push. It should cut it, but if you have to, that means the stool is dry. I know we're using medical terms, so nobody get grossed out. But the stool is dry. You don't have enough water in it. It should have a color and a consistency of like soft serve ice cream. It should be soft. It should float. It shouldn't sink to the bottom. That means it's too dry. You dropping dry turds, but that means your insides are dry. So you got more water. Water is very important. It'll free all that up, man. Listen, being backed up is one of the worst feelings. It's like being backed up with demons when you got to communicate and you don't. It's one of the worst feelings. So you got to get it out, man. You got to communicate, but you got to use the restroom and get that out. But the water, 4 of these a day. I drink like 4 of these a day. It'll get you right. Keep you in there.
Yes, sir. And this is for Dorothy Branch. It says, I don't drink enough water during the day because I have to drive. I tend to drink more water when I'm parked / at night. But think about it though too. You exert more of your energy during the day. So your body needs that water to continue. So you might have to drink the whole gallon. But if I was you, I would drink a lot before you go to work. Make sure you're hydrated. Use the bathroom a couple times, and then steadily drink during the day. Little small drinks here and there just to keep your body moving and grooving. But think about it. You do majority of your work during the day, so that's when your body needs that. All right. It says number 9. It helps maintain blood pressure. A lack of water can cause blood to become thicker, increasing blood pressure. So a lot of our people that have high blood pressure, you don't got to be on Coumadin. You don't got to be on these rat poisons that they got you on. Nah, drink a little bit of water. Get your system right. Yeah, a lot of medicines that we take like Coumadin, which more people do take Coumadin. It's bad for us. What's up?
The most common cause of a migraine is high blood pressure.
There it is.
I would tell like my coworkers like, I got a migraine. Just take some baking soda and get you some water. Like take a tablespoon, put it in a cup, and let your blood pressure come down.
Usually they say when you have a headache, you're dehydrated.
That's true.
Water.
But it's high blood pressure.
Yeah, high blood pressure.
It's funny because most people be like, hey, a little cup of caffeine. Caffeine just dehydrates you more. That's the sad part about it. But even that, you can still do a little green tea. Green tea is natural. A little caffeine, but
antioxidant.
Yeah. All right. The airway needs it. When dehydrated, airways are restricted by the body in an effort to minimize water loss. This can make asthma and allergies worse. Read this again. The airway needs water. When dehydrated, airways are restricted by the body in an effort to minimize water loss. This can make asthma and allergies worse. So it's like your body's like, since I ain't got enough water, I gotta hold on to it. I can't let it go. So your body's working harder. You're working backwards. You want your body to work harder, but it's not because you're not giving it what it needs to run. So water has a lot of benefits if you drink it, and your body needs water, man. Again, your body is 70%. Your body is made up out of 70% of water, or 60. I see different percentages: 60, 70, 79, damn, or 80.
I'll say 85 at one point.
Yeah, I believe it's 85%. That's everything, man. Dealing with your body. All right. It makes minerals and nutrients accessible. It makes minerals and nutrients accessible. These dissolve in water, which makes it possible for them to reach different parts of the body, i.e. the bloodstream. You got nutrients in your blood, and that's why it's oxygen, nutrients that go through your body that allows your body to run, allows your kidneys to move, allows your biles, your bile, and your gallbladder to move around. You know, so this is what the body needs. You don't want to be those people with a bag on you, with your bile right there, because you got organs that done shut down. You don't want that. That's for the rest of your life. I had a woman at the cart. She had a bag on her for like 8 years, man. She's gonna have that for the rest of her life because her, I think was it a gallbladder? It was something that happened that she has to have that to where her waste is gonna be coming into this bag. Her
colostomy bag?
Yeah, colostomy bag, because her waste isn't able to be excreted. It says it prevents kidney damage. It prevents kidney damage. The kidneys regulate fluid in the body. Insignificant water can lead to kidney stones and other problems. And a lot of people with kidney stones because you got a lot of sugar in your system. A lot of sugar, a lot of Sprite. I know a lot of people with kidney stones that drink Sprite. I'm going to say it again, Sprite, root beer, Coke, Coca-Cola, slushies, Powerade. What else you drink? What else y'all drink on the low? Lemonade. Red Bulls. Lemonade got sugar. Fanta. Come on, man. Oh, cats gonna have kidney stones? Oh, yeah, man. Go ahead.
One of my co-workers, he's my old co-worker, so he was Elon, and he had kidney stones, a recurrent problem.
Yeah.
And he would not drink any water. We must eat one time for lunch. This dude was just talking about he had passed a kidney stone. He orders a big Dr. Pepper. I'm like, why are you doing that?
He love it.
But the thing about it is, I was trying to tell him too, watermelon seeds actually can break down kidney stones.
I heard that one. I like that. But I believe it though. You know, kidney stones. You know, that has to pass through somewhere. Oh yeah, it's gonna pass and it's gonna start ripping while it passes. That's why they say kidney stones is the same amount of pain as a woman giving birth. So men, you want the kidney stones? Keep drinking that Sprite, that Coke, root beer.
Yeah, I know somebody. He just had a kidney stone. He said he was vomiting and blue stuff coming out of his mouth.
Oh yeah.
He had some blue liquid just coming out. He was like, he don't know where that came from.
Yeah, me neither.
Yes, it is.
blue liquid. And the thing about it is this. Again, it's discretion. Is it wrong to have Sprite? No. But you can't have Sprite like it's water. Like Sprite gonna give you wings while you at work. Sprite gonna give you the hydration to continue to have a clear mouth. You'll be up there talking so much, your mouth's just starting to get dry. You're like, hold on real quick. Let me drink a little water. Yeah, let me get drink that Sprite. Get a little Sprite in your mouth. 5 minutes later, dehydrated again. You know, but again,
you're always thirsty.
Yeah, you always thirsty. Oh, gotta go me a slushie real quick. Go give me one of the big T's, man. You know, everybody used to call them a gully washer. Go give me a big Coke gully washer. Wash it down. But again, it says that the kidneys regulate fluid, and insignificant water can lead to kidney stones and other problems. It says it boosts performance during exercise. Dehydration during exercise. It said dehydration during exercise may hinder performance. Some scientists have proposed that consuming more water might enhance performances during strenuous activity. So if you want some more energy, listen, drink that water. You ain't got to drink the pre-workout with the water. You don't need that in your system, man. Drink some water. Like I said, get you some natural herbs, man, that give you some stimulant. That's why our people, when you do it like Bolivia, man, they have the coca plant, man, natural caffeine. They picked it off, chewed on it. It was good, man. Did they farm duties? You know, they didn't have to hit the coffee. They didn't have to do that, you know. But that's what we're doing now. We have to go to the what do you want to call it? To the things that help us during the day. Like coffee.
Oh, like the stimulants?
Yeah, the stimulants. We really don't need that, man. But our body's crying for some type of energy, not knowing that we're just dehydrated. All right. I'm gonna try to run through these real quick so we can continue. It says weight loss. Water helps with weight loss. If you're trying to lose some weight, drink more water. Water may also help with weight loss. If you consume instead of sweet juices and sodas, read this again. If it is consumed instead of sweet juices and sodas, preloading with water before its meals can help prevent overeating by creating a sense of fullness. So you're tricking yourself. Drink you a lot of water, drink you about half of that plate, or eat you half of that plate, you good. Why? Because your body don't need all that, man. Your body needs just enough just to run. So it's saying about eating or drinking a little bit more for that weight loss. All right, man. Here's another little information about how your body needs to be alkaline. All right, your stomach is very acidic. All right, so when you start dealing with the pH level of acidic and alkaline, it goes from about 1 to 7. All right, so in the middle, or 1 to 14. My apologies, 1 to 14 on the scale. So from 7 on back to 1 is acidic. All right, so 7 is kind of being alkaline, neutral area. So when you start dealing with like 5 back down to 1, you're kind of going to the acidic zone. Anything more, you're being alkaline. You know, if you want to check to see how alkaline your body is, get you a sample of your urine, put you some of those pH strips that you can get from the pool, and see how alkaline your body is. That's the way to see. All right, it says your stomach is very acidic when a pH of 3.5 or below, so it can break down food. And your urine changes depending on what you eat. Your urine changes depending on what you eat. That's how your body keeps the level in your bloodstream steady. The alkaline diet claims to help your body maintain its blood pH level. So there's food that actually has alkaline. It's alkaline food, which means what? It's grown from the ground. That's what, yeah, what's going on?
Almonds, cucumbers.
Bring it out.
What is it? I like it in my tacos. What is it?
Well, cilantro.
Cilantro.
I love cilantro. Avocado.
They're all alkaline.
Come on, man.
Watermelons as well.
Watermelon. There's a lot of alkaline food. What you gonna say, Max?
I say, y'all make me hungry the way y'all.
Oh, come on, man. You know. But even with that, man, you can make some healthy foods with a lot of good alkaline, a lot of good alkaline ingredients, products. The body needs oxygen, water, and acid buffing minerals to accomplish the pH buffing, while also briskly eliminating water or waste products. All right, so it's showing that, our body needs the water so that it can do its proper procedure to have us alkaline and balanced. When an alkaline environment is maintained in the body, metabolic, enzymatic, and immunologic and repair mechanisms functions at their best. When it talks about metabolic, breaking down of the food, your enzymes, the things that your body needs to, the nutrients that it needs, the immunologic, what heals your body. But water is what's gonna continue to have these things functioning at their best stages, man. So water is important. I advise y'all and say here right now that continue or start drinking more water, man. Take a vow. Listen, I'm gonna try to drink you ain't gotta do a gallon. Listen, half a gallon. Do something for yourself, man. Do it for the family. Everybody gonna get a container. By the end of the day, that container better be empty. If not, 20 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But we need it because this betters our health, man. And for Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we need this. We need this. This information may be like, dude, why are we going so slow? Man, you need this, man. You can read all the Bible scriptures in the world and think you have all the breakdowns, but when your eyes give out because your body said, like, nigga, you didn't drink enough water, you got diabetes now, and you didn't do the proper things, what is all the work that you did? It was in vain, man. Now you can't see, your body don't work. So we have to take care of our body while we have it now. All right? Give me Genesis 1:29. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29. Because we're seeing that the body needs certain things for the body to function. Not just energy drinks, Coca-Cola, Cheetos, because everybody love hot Cheetos. Mexicans love hot Cheetos. Throw some mayonnaise in it with some cheese. I'm like, what is that, man? Oh, man.
It's what?
Yeah. You got corn and mayo and Cheetos. I'm like, what is that? Elote.
Y'all put Cheetos inside of it?
Yes.
Yeah, listen, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. But listen, again, is that a lot of times they think that that's healthy. Even though it tastes good and we broke, you know what I'm saying? But there's other things. You can go to any grocery store and get kale, get a bundle for $1. You can blend that up, do a drink. You can put that on the skillet just a little bit. You can eat it raw. I went to a Mediterranean spot and they had this salad with kale in it, raw. Oh, that joker was hitting. Had the grapes, apple slices, mango slices, kale, spinach, right next to had some rice, wild rice. It was good though. But what that means is that, we need to start eating more of that food and making it to where it's tasty to us. Me, I was in the military. I eat whatever. I eat it raw. You know, but most can't do that. So read where you at, Max.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 29.
A little bit louder.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 29.
Here we go.
And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed.
Yeah, the Most High gave us every herb bearing seed. So we're starting to understand that we're going to go into a lot of these plants that are good for us because the Most High gave them to us. Read.
Which is upon the face of all the earth.
Come on.
And every tree.
Read.
And in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Come on.
To you it shall be for me.
It shall be for what?
For me.
Yeah, man, you should eat that. You should be eating this food because it gives us nourishment. It gives our body the vitamins and minerals, even proteins and carbs that your body needs. See, most people don't even understand what your body needs when it comes to nutrients. We just think that burger gonna fill it all up. That burger really might not have protein in it though. You don't know what kind of meat you got. That might just be some we had a brother man that'll show us all these videos of fake lettuce, fake tomatoes, fake eggs, fake watermelon, fake grapes. I'm like, damn, well, what's real? What is real? You know, so our body needs certain things, but we understand that the Most High has given us the things that we need from the ground. And good to go. Even when it comes to that to the seeds now, GMO's doing it to where the seed doesn't bear seeds anymore. It doesn't have the fruit of the tree yielding seed. That ain't happening no more. They're still out there. They're still out there, you know. So we're trying to get to these more natural and more seed-bearing fruits, man, because it's good for the body. We're going to start to get into some alkaline foods, man. Some alkaline foods. Well, what?
I was naming a little few.
Oh, you good. You named none of mine that had on the list. You're perfectly fine, man. Listen, that's added to the pot. So alkaline foods. We're going to start with beet greens. Beet greens. BEET. GREENS. Beet greens, all right? The alkaline level is about, it actually says 16.7. It says, although beet greens aren't the most popular green in our diet, their high alkalinity score makes them one of the best additions to smoothies or stir fries. You know, again, you don't have to eat these like you're a nomad warrior. All right, you're not in the field just picking them up from the ground and chewing them. No, it says that you can add this to your smoothie or stir fries. Beet greens, high in alkalinity or alkalinity level. All right. It says, in addition to being high alkaline, beet greens also have a bitter quality that may help stimulate bile production to help better digest fats. So this beet greens is a double doser, man. Get your alkaline level up, and it helps you digest fats in your body. Because you got different fats. You got saturated fats, and you got unsaturated fats. Most people don't even know what they are, but we're going to get into it. All right? But that's why we have these classes, so we can learn and teach others, all right? So that's beet greens. Number 2 is going to be spinach, which mostly everybody knows. Spinach. Spinach is another high alkaline food that is known to benefit bone health because of calcium it contains. Listen, everybody talking about, bone health, calcium. I need to drink some of that cow milk. I need some of that cow milk. Well, according to the natural food, it says that spinach has the calcium that is needed to help with bone health. So if you got problems with your bones, you feeling a little shaky, osteoporosis, get on some spinach, all right? Kale. There's a reason kale has been labeled as the new beef. Let me bring that back. There is a reason kale has been labeled as the new beef. It's high in plant iron. Wait a minute, let me repeat that. It's high in plant iron. Most women are iron deficient, they're iron deficient, which means their body doesn't produce it. But it's saying that kale is a plant that is high in iron. So you don't have to take no iron pills. You only gotta listen, girl, you better go eat you one of them good steaks. Listen, where you think that steak, where you think that cow or that bull received its iron from? From the ground. Get it straight from the source, man. So it's saying that kale is a plant with iron, calcium, and vitamin K, which is said to protect against many types of cancers. Bring that back. which is said to help protect against many types of cancers. Most people don't even eat kale, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I do the shake in the morning. It's kale, green apple, cayenne pepper, water, and sometimes I throw in banana, but I just do those four. Kale, green apple, water, cayenne pepper. Get my day started right. Get it popping, man. Why? Because your body needs that. The Most High has given us these fruits from the ground, like I put in Genesis 1:29 for meat. It's meant for you to ingest into your body. It wasn't meant just to look nice. You know what I'm saying? Put it on your burger. Nah. Eat that like it's meat, baby. Put it in a salad. You know, listen, you can even do a kale wrap. You know, when you start eating to these bougie restaurants, what is it? Fogo de Chao? Not Fogo de Chao. What's the other one? What's the one that does the, they do the lettuce wrap and, you know, put the lettuce wrap and all that stuff. You got all these little bougie restaurants that do the lettuce wrap. How about you do a lettuce wrap at the house?
I used to do that.
Get you a kale wrap, man. Get you a kale wrap. Throw you some foods in there. You ain't got to use the tortilla no more. Like we said, tortilla is straight gum paste sticking to your lungs. That's why you fat and sloppy, man. That's why the world, no, for real, because a lot of food that we eat is carbo. So, this kale is used, it's the new beef, man. Come on.
Think about it. When you used to make glue in school, what did you use? You remember making paper mache glue? Y'all remember doing that in school?
Yeah, that
was a wax schools.
Yeah, we do projects like that.
Well, we used to make paper mache, but you made paper mache out of what? Water and flour. And it would dry, it got hard as hell. Imagine what that does in your guts. It just stays pasty. You don't get all that out of you when you eat the pancakes and all that bread. It's funny. I was thinking about that this morning. I woke up super early. I'm like, damn, I gotta stop eating bread. But I haven't had bread in a minute. Except for last night, I had a piece of bread.
What about donuts?
I have you some
It's flour. Yeah, you know.
Look,
This is the thing. I'm not saying not to eat it, but just think about the consumption rate that we eat bread and flour. Think about it. If you eat a burger, if you eat 3 burgers a week, that's bread. Then you eat, that's 6 pieces of bread. Then you eat, you know, cakes and all these starchy foods. Like that stuff don't break down in your body the way you think it does.
Yep.
A lot of it stays back, and that's when you get that built up fecal matter. You get that colon mucus that you got to use herbs and cleaners to get out. You be having a wall of just filth in your gut, but a lot of it is because of that bread, that glue you got that glue in your guts. But it's the amount that we eat, man. It's the amount. I'm not saying that bread is wicked. It tells you that when you read in Ecclesiastes, it tells you that wheat is one of the things that you need for life. Right, it's the principal things for life. Wheat is one of them. But too much bread, listen, too much bread ain't good for you. All that yeast.
Too much bread gonna have you looking like a pack of bread.
Yeah.
Come on now. All right, kale. In addition to these health benefits, kale is another one of the world's most alkaline foods. Again, we're trying to find out how to have our body work at the most optimum level. And alkaline, or these alkaline foods will help that. All right, because a lot of our bodies aren't alkaline.
Yeah, you don't want to eat liver. Liver is an unlawful organ to eat.
Yeah, gizzards.
It contains blood. It's made up of blood. What's up? I know. We love it.
Now, my pops used to make us eat that when we were younger.
Yeah, but that's just made up of blood.
Yeah, he used to cook liver.
So yeah, you don't want to do liver and onions and nah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to. I mean, you can taste the.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, when you eat that, you're like, wow, this
what is that?
Yeah, it just tastes like grain. It tastes like blood, no matter how much you cook.
You eating like Esau?
So yeah, you don't want to eat liver. It's no bueno because it's just made up of. That's where all the blood goes and cleanses. Chicken gizzards, what are those?
Yeah, that's chicken gizzards. Same thing as livers.
Oh, chicken. Oh, okay, yeah. You don't want to eat chicken gizzards.
Yeah. Listen, shit, in Mississippi, where they had gizzards at the gas station, baby.
At the gas station?
Oh, come on, man. You ready in Mississippi?
Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Fried chicken gizzards at Hearts.
Chicken hearts?
Yeah.
No, Hearts, the chicken place. Fried chicken.
Oh, I thought they had chicken heart. I'm like, what?
Heart.
That's inhumane. Yeah, but yeah, you don't want to eat gizzard. Ugh. Oh yeah, that's filthy. They're nasty anyway. That's like people saying, yeah, chitlins are good. Like, how do you dress that up anyway? There's no seasoning in the world to get rid of that smell and taste. Just like liver, there's no seasoning to get rid of that taste and the texture. But yeah, it's unlawful.
No, it's the digestive tract. So it's in the digestive tract.
Oh yeah, gizzards are part of the digestive tract. I mean, no, you don't want to eat the entrails of the animal. You don't want to eat that. You don't want to eat the digestive tract where the poo goes through. No good. There's no way to clean that really. All that filth is in that animal. But yeah. Where you at?
Yeah.
There was actually that online.
Okay. Swiss chard. Yeah.
Yeah.
SWISS chard. CHARD.
Yeah, the chard is real good.
It says
Let me say one thing about like chard and kale. Listen, when you juice these things and you drink them, they automatically are supposed to make you go to the restroom. These things automatically are supposed to hit the bowels and you go purge. If that's not happening, you backed up. Remember the first time I had some chard, I was like, oh my God. I blended that in, I was like, oh. But if they loosen the bowel. So you're supposed to drink these things and go to the restroom. If not, you're backed up. You're constipated. Go ahead.
Yep, Swiss chard is another ingredient that provides mega nutrition benefits with vitamins that support cellular health, such as vitamin K. Yeah, cellular is everything. Your brain, your body, your cells. Gives life to your cells, all right? Bananas, potassium sticks are another highly alkaline food that you won't want to leave out of your diet. Bananas are also a great source of fiber, which help promote digestive regularity and sweep toxins out of the GI tract, your gastrointestinal tract. You know, even when you deal with bananas, a lot of the bananas that we eat is, off anyway. They say the smaller bananas with the seeds are right on point, but I think you can find those into your stores, the Fiesta, your organic stores, Whole Foods.
The little shorter ones?
Yeah, the short ones.
Yeah.
They say sweet potatoes. A lot of this stuff, even they say sweet potatoes is what a hybrid, though, right? Yeah, but sweet potatoes, there's another high in starch, but it says sweet potatoes are an alkalizing food that provides your body with plenty of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Because sweet potatoes are so high in fiber, they have a less of a negative impact on blood pressure or blood sugar levels, since fiber helps slow the release of sugar in the bloodstream. All right, so sweet potatoes. Celery also being alkalizing, celery has additional cleansing properties. Since it's mostly water, celery can easily help the body flush toxins. Celery is also a negative calorie food, which means it takes more calories to chew and digest than the total amount of calories it contains, man. So, if you want to start adding celery to your juicing in the morning, it's perfect. Carrots are a high alkaline food that are famous for improving eyesight. Again, carrots are a highly alkaline food that is famous for improving eyesight based on their vitamin A content. In fact, 1 cup of carrots contains more than 300% of the daily recommended intake of beta carotene. 1 cup of carrots contains more than 300% of the daily recommended intake of beta carotene, an antioxidant form of vitamin A. Beta carotene can also help protect against cancer and help promote brighter, younger looking skin. So if y'all want some beauty tips, get your eyesight better, carrots. Carrots is where it's at. Kiwi is a high alkaline food your cells won't want to miss out on, because it also contains a plethora of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. So kiwi is a banger. It might be small, but it's packed with a lot of nutrition, all right? Come on. It says, and although oranges are famous for their vitamin C content, kiwi contains nearly 5 times the amount of vitamin C than an orange. Kiwi is also a great source of fiber for improved digestion. Look at this little thing, man. Good for digestion, vitamin C. Get your antioxidants, get your minerals, your vitamins off a piece of fruit, man. It says as well as potassium for muscle function. A lot of times when you're going to the gym, you feel like you're feeling a little lightheaded, a little lethargic, but hit you a kiwi, hit you a banana, get your mind right. And it says it's good for muscle function as well. You know, and it's beautiful to see that you don't have to have all these protein shakes and all these pills that you got to pop in your body just to get what you think you need. No, it comes right from the earth, man, from the trees that bear these seeds. All right? Cherries. Cherries are known as one of the world's best source of antioxidants, such as anthocyanins, which may help prevent cancer. Studies also support that cherries can help relieve inflammation linked to joint pain and arthritis. It may even prevent cardiovascular disease. Cherries, y'all. Who eat cherries on the regular? Only person I seen eat cherries is you and Kazakia. Kazakia's have a bag of cherries on deck wherever we go. You know, but you know, we learn, man. You know, even from the elders, they know the little small things. But it says that cherries can help with joint pain, inflammation, and arthritis. So all those that are online that, you know, has that joint pain, arthritis, listen, try some cherries, man. Just try it. Trial and error. Listen, the scripture says, taste and see if the Most High is good, man. What is that? Psalms, give me that. What was that? Psalms 21 or Psalms 80? What is that? You know, scripture I pulled?
You know, like these little fruits, like kiwis and cherries, they're little finger foods, man. They're easy to replace. Instead of dipping into that bag of Doritos,
34.8.
You know, instead of dipping into that bag of, they're peanuts, but they're honey super roasted, over salted. You know, go get you some fruits.
Yeah.
Go to whatever store. They got them all chopped up already for you, man. Get you a fruit salad. Boom, boom, grapes.
Yeah.
You know, all these grapes are good for you. They're good for digestive. Pomegranates. I mean, come on. You see how expensive. Listen, this pomegranate juice that we just got, this thing was $4 for that little old juice. $4. One pomegranate is like $3.50. Yeah, but it's a good. You talking about antioxidants, and it's the Most High's favorite fruit. But it's packed. It's packed with everything that you need. It gives you all the energy, you know. So we got to see that we can slowly replace a lot of the bad habits that we do with good stuff. The good options are there. You just got to look for them. You know, and yeah, I know they make it hard. They do the money. You know, they don't give you no deals on fruits because they don't. They give you all the deals on processed food. You walk up in Kroger or King Soopers, whatever it is, and they give you the $1 off on everything. They make everything $1, right? But ain't no fruit, no dollar. So you gotta kind of say, okay, well, if I'm gonna do the fruits, I'm gonna make that more of my diet.
I was gonna say, man, like it's you actually can do it if you think about it, because if you get one meal, if you get one fast food meal, it's $10. So if you're getting like two fast food meals a week, that's $20. You could cut that out and get $20 worth of vegetables. Something that's actually going to be beneficial for you.
You can.
But it's just that America makes these negative things for us so damn convenient, right. And the things that's good for us is not inconvenient. Right. And that's what we just fall into that.
Yeah, they're not putting the commercials on TV talking about come get your kale. God. Come get this kale for 99. They talking about 99-cent biscuit deals at KFC. They talking about, you know, Whopper Juniors for whatever amount of money, and they make sure they give you the coupons off. They make sure they ain't got no app for no vegetables. Where's the vegetable app at? They got a Chick-fil-A app that everybody, listen, niggas is dying on this Chick-fil-A app. Chick-fil-A app, they deliver, when you work in the mall, they deliver right to you.
Gotta order over $6.
Come on, man, they order right to you when you work in the mall.
Make sure you get you a plethora of things.
You got the Whataburger app. They got a Wendy's app. Where's the healthy food app? They don't got that like that. Because why? It's easier to kill you. They know that you broke. They know that you're addicted. If you ain't addicted to drugs, you're addicted to high fructose corn syrup, which is a drug. You're addicted to sugar, which is no different than being addicted to cocaine. It's the same process. It's a plant. They process it to a white powder. Sugar rots your teeth and gives you diabetes. You lose limbs. Cocaine rots your teeth and gives you diabetes and you lose limbs. It's the same. Coke and sugar is the same, but more people are addicted to sugar than cocaine. Yep. Why? Because they put sugar in every little thing. So we just got to make smarter choices, discipline, discretion. Yep. We talked about that word. Knowing what to pick. Am I gonna pick the bag of chips? Like, think about it. Everything, all the junk food is more expensive now anyway.
Yep.
A little raggedy bag of chips that used to be $1.25.
Like $3.25.
Bag is like $1.69 now for a bag of Doritos. I'm like, I'm good just on the price. I know that bag is full of half air, 75% air, 25% chips. So I'm not even gonna get my money's worth. I'd rather go pick out some fruit that I can feel on.
I don't believe the Doritos are lawful.
They are.
They are?
They say they're not. They say they are. We gotta just look into it before we talk on it. But, oh, did you? But yeah, I mean, a lot of things ain't lawful for us.
Cool Ranch is lawful.
So, where you at?
So,
Oh, cool, yeah.
Read where you at.
Psalm chapter 34, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Oh, taste and see.
Hold on, read that again.
Oh, taste and see.
Come on, man. Listen, some of y'all got to taste and see some of this fruit and see if it will be good for your body, man. But the Most High is saying, taste and see, read.
That the Lord is good.
Come on, man, because the Most High is good. He gave us these things on earth for our health, for our wellness, our healthfulness. Read.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in him.
Come on, man. Y'all got to trust in the Most High and what he gave us. He gave us his fruit. He gave us his way. And as we go, and even as you go in the scriptures, you see that the prophets that they dealt with the flowers of the garden as meat. They ate on that. And listen, and I believe and I know that those men were highly functional, masculine, muscle-bound men eating flowers out the garden, man. Flowers out of the field. But we're being seen, or we're being shown that these fruit have attributes and benefits that we need in our body. Gives you vitamins, gives you minerals, allows your blood flow to continue to go, helps against cardiovascular disease, joint problems. Come on, man. We got to get up on this, and we got to stop being slothful, stop being, have some discipline in our life, man. You know, because the Most High is giving it to us, all right? Next one is eggplant. Eggplant. In addition to being alkaline, eggplant is a food that offers, what is that? Phytonutrients such as chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid isn't acidifying to the body. Rather, it's a plant compound that can help promote digestion and metabolism. Eggplant, man, helps with your digestion and your metabolism. Metabolism. Come on, man. Everybody talking about how to get that metabolism jumping. Get on some eggplant, man. Get on these foods that get it rolling. Get that body moving and grooving. Pears. Pears are extremely high fiber and low in sugar, which makes it a great fruit, even for those who have blood sugar imbalances. So if you got diabetes and these blood sugar imbalances, a pear is a good fruit for you to have. Pears are also high in antioxidant vitamin C, which helps promote cells for carcinogens, man. It's beautiful. Pineapples. Pineapples is alkalizing food that's so good for for digestion that several supplements add to their digestive boosting formulas. Pineapples. This is because pineapples contains a digestive enzyme called bromelain. Bromelain. Bromelain is also said to be helpful for killing off intestinal parasites. Pineapple helps kill off intestinal parasites, man. We need this. Zucchini. Zucchini is a great source of nutrition. It says Platon nutrition such as lutein. Lutein belongs to the same category as antioxidants as beta carotene, which means it also has superior benefits when it comes to protecting eyesight. There goes another fruit or plant that helps with your eyesight. Zucchini, man. Strawberries. Strawberries is another extremely rich source of antioxidant vitamin C. This also contains manganese, which is a trace mineral that's needed to facilitate metabolic function in the body. We're gonna keep going down the list. Apples. Apples have a reputation as one of the healthiest foods in the world, mostly because they're so rich in detoxifying fiber and antioxidants such as vitamin C and flavonoids that protect against cancer. See, I'm trying to tell you, man, everybody talking about take that chemotherapy. Well, here it's talking about before you hit that chemotherapy, you better eat you an apple.
And, you know, a lot of things that we don't realize is, like, the seeds of these fruits are more important than the actual flesh. Like, you eat the apple seed. Why do they say not to eat apple seeds?
So they said it's a carcinogen, or it's a...
It got cyanide.
Cyanide, there it is.
Yeah, but that's not enough cyanide to kill you. But the thing is this. You eat the apple seed, it has cyanide, but the apple skin neutralizes that. You see how that works? You see how the Most High planned that out? The seeds have a poison, but the skin neutralizes the poison. So if you eat both together, it's beneficial for your gut. Because I believe apple seeds have something to do with killing parasites also. Again, the papaya seeds, they taste peppery, like you're eating peppercorns, but papaya seeds, you mix it with the flesh and you hit that, all you need is 5 papaya seeds. And it'll start to get those, you do that like every day. Actually, the sister put me onto that because she did it, and I was doing like further research into it. You mix the papaya with the pineapples, that'll clear your gut of those intestinal worms. Because those are the things that keep you sluggish. Those are the things that keep you tired. Those worms, they suck your energy. You eat they keep you overweight. They keep you sick. Those worms, they latch it on. So you got to see it. It doesn't matter how healthy you look. Guys be thinking because I got muscles that I'm good, but Arnold Schwarzenegger had muscles. He had a damn triple bypass heart surgery.
Yep.
In his 20s, I believe, or 30s, whatever it was. But he was damn man of the year, years in a row, and had a triple bypass heart surgery. And he had muscles. It don't matter about the muscle; it's what you're putting in.
Yep. Apples, man. All of these nutrients are essential for promoting healthy blood pressure and cholesterol. So hopefully y'all got some of those fruits down. Just a little sample to hold you off until you do your own research. You know, to go in even deeper on. Just listen, juices to have in the morning, juices for the afternoon, juices for the evening, man, to promote sleep, promote digestion from your whole day, promote relaxation. Come on, man. That's what it's here for. Give me Psalms 104 and 14. Psalms chapter 104, verse 14. We got 20 minutes left. We're gonna try to go through something real quick.
Psalms chapter 104 and verse 14. Give me a comment when y'all got it. Fun. Psalms chapter 104, verse 14. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle.
Read that again.
He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle.
Yeah, see, we eat the cattle though, but we eat what the cattle eats. So we're getting secondhand. Is there anything wrong with meat? No. But still, we're getting secondhand protein, secondhand nutrients. Remember that. Read.
And herb for the service of man.
Read that again.
And herb for the service of man.
Yeah, man, the herbs on the ground was meant for us, man. Meant for our service. Read.
That he may bring forth food out of the earth.
Nah, just bring forth plants.
Food out of the earth.
Nah, man. I don't even, listen, and none of my foods that I eat, none of my plates that I prepare at home have any herbs on it.
That he may bring forth food out of the earth.
See, the green leafy foods are meant for us to ingest, to eat. We're supposed to bring it out of the earth to eat because it had all these benefits that we just seen and read through, man. Listen, every meal that you eat should have some greens on it, man. It should. Why? Because they promote health. We need that in our life. Read that again.
Verse 14. He causeth the grass to grow for the cattle, and herb for the service of man.
Come on, man.
That he may bring forth food out of the earth.
Yeah, man, food. Green is good. Unlike everybody thinks. You know, majority, what do we having? Chicken wings, fries, mashed potatoes. Got a lot of starches. Got a lot of carbs. You know, really a lot of protein. But a lot of these vegetables that we just went through at the beginning are high in protein, high alkaline, you know. So, but as we go into the class further, we're going to start understanding what the body needs. The proteins, the carbs, the fats, the good fats, you know. Give me 2nd Ezra chapter 12 and verse 49.
You know, and you always got to remember this, because eating meat is not unlawful. It is lawful to eat meat, but if you think like, oh, I'm eating a bunch of meat to get a bunch of protein, that's where you're messing up at. Think about it. The strongest animals on the earth are herbivores.
Silverback gorillas.
Silverback gorillas, elephants,
rhinos,
hippos. They're herbivores. They're the strongest things on the earth.
Rhinos is a monster.
They don't eat meat, so you're not getting as much protein as you think. You got to remember, there's something called the meat industry. They got a meat industry where they sell meat. So you think they're gonna tell you they're gonna tell you the right information? Like, yeah, you getting all the protein that you need from meats? No. They'll even tell you if you're not eating the right meat, it's pointless. You gotta be eating grass-fed meat to get your benefits. You gotta be eating, eggs and small fish, not the meat, the process. You're talking about, I'm about to go give you some protein, and you hitting the corner store and getting some deli ham, some old processed butterball. Nah, bro, some boar's head turkey meat. That's all processed. Ain't no turkey coming that round.
Right.
You ever think about how that meat is formed?
Right.
It's all salt, water, sodium.
Mashed together.
They mechanically separate it with a machine. They throw the whole animal in the machine whole, alive sometimes or dead, and they go into these knife grinders that grinds the meat up, and it comes out like sludge, pink, because it's blood, it's fur, it's all that stuff in there. And then they make whatever they make into it.
I seen one thing on Facebook. It said that as soon as they grind up the meat, as soon as they process it, it starts to immediately decay. So they got to shoot it up with like chemicals to get it back pink.
To get it back pink.
Yeah.
Anything that's dead is gonna start to die. Is gonna start to build bacteria. What do y'all think? Like, a cow is more different than a human. A human starts to decay instantly. So does a cow. You kill it, it starts to decay. That's why they gotta butcher it right away and freeze it or whatever they gotta do. So it's just a reminder, man, that a lot of we've been taught, like, yeah, get all the meat you can. That's all the protein. Get all the milk. Milk ain't no good for you. Cow's milk,
Pus.
It's all pus and blood. The good part of the milk, they sell that to you in GNC. The whey, when you got them dudes running through the mall about to go get my protein, that's the good part of the milk that they took out of the milk. And they gave you the pus and blood, and you thought that you was strong. They got things out there, they got research out there showing that the milk they give us, the cow's milk, that actually destroys your bones. So we gotta watch what we're putting in our body. Cow's milk, too much meat. Like the scripture you read in Ecclesiastes is about too much meat building choler. Yeah, you ever hear a choler? That's when your gallbladder is trying to overwork because it's trying to push out more acid to break down the meat. And what happens? You get choler. You get agitated. A baby that got choler, what are they doing? They're crying. They're agitated. It's the same thing with you. You eat all that meat. You got a belly full of meat. Trying to break it down. You trying to go to sleep. You can't. You wake up sweating. Meat sweats. Dreams. But eat you a salad, man. Eat you a salad before you go to bed. It ain't gonna be the same. You're gonna wake up light. Eat you some fruit before you go to bed. Snack on some fruits, Not the Bluebell ice cream.
Right.
That ain't gonna do it. And again, all these things are lawful, but remember, a lot of us are getting older. I know I am. I can't do the things that I used to. I can't do the 19-year-old go to Burger King, get me a Whopper, double Whopper, a fish sandwich,
6-piece chicken nuggets,
some nuggets, a Frosty, and a soda.
Kill
all that, and then go play ball after. I can't do that no more. Listen, double Whopper, I'll die on the stand. I'll die off a double Whopper. But some cats is built like animals. Go ahead. Read
where you at.
2nd Ezra, chapter 12, verse 48.
Come on.
As for me, I have not forsaken you, neither have I departed. Neither.
Where you at?
2nd Ezra, chapter 12, verse 48.
49.
Verse 49. And now go your way home, every man. And after these days will I come unto you.
Yeah, so this is just Ezra's, man. Just give you a little backstory, dealing with the people, little prophesying, dealing with the angel. Read.
So the people went their way into the city, like as I commanded them.
He did what?
So the people went their way into the city, like as I commanded them.
Read.
But I remained still in the field 7 days.
He remained in where?
In the field 7 days.
He remained in the field. He didn't go to McDonald's, Burger King, Whataburger. Read.
as the angel commanded me.
Okay.
And did eat only in those days of the flowers of the field.
See, he only ate flowers of. See, he didn't eat no meat. Dang, I gotta go down to the slaughterhouse and I get a piece of that lamb. Had that lamb sandwich. You know what I mean? Had a little shish kebab sandwich. Lamb shish kebab. Kebab. Read.
And had my meat of the herb.
And did what?
And had my meat of the herbs.
Yes, buffet of herbs, man. Listen, our people don't eat herbs. We don't eat nothing. We don't eat. Only time we eat salad is maybe when we go to Wendy's. That's the only time my grandma ever ate a salad. When my dad took her to Wendy's every damn day when she was here. I couldn't believe that. Every day they went to Wendy's, man. I hope he's watching right now. Y'all was out there every day at Wendy's, man. And that was the only time I think she may even had a salad. Occasionally if she wanted. She wanted to have a chicken nuggets, barbecue sauce, mustard. And I'm like, man, and she like to mix it up together. Ain't never no salad, no herbs on the plate, man.
A lot of us only eat salad because of the salad dressing.
Yeah, ooh.
You addicted to that. You addicted to that ranch.
Cilantro ranch, yeah.
Yeah, but that's that. But you know what's in that? What's in that is high fructose.
Yep.
High fructose corn syrup. You're addicted to the taste. This is like you know, the Olive Garden dressing you can buy. Man, it tastes good as hell. That's crack. The Olive Garden salad, but it's high fructose. When you look at it,
You talking about the syrup? Or the
talking about the salad dressing.
yeah,
It got high fructose. Yeah, that's why it's good if you do salad dressing, get some balsamic vinegar, vinaigrette, and some olive oil. If you can't eat a salad like that, then you're addicted to your dressings.
Also, olive oil, black pepper, and some cayenne pepper. And a little bit of sea
Yeah,
salt.
same thing. Some salt. Yeah, the balsamic vinaigrette, you can make your own Italian dressing. It gives it a good little vinaigrette taste. But yeah, but a lot of us only eat salad because there's a gang of ranch.
Yep.
I'm gonna douse it in ranch. You just negated the whole salad. You just negated the whole salad. Come on, read.
Yeah, so man, so he was dealing with the herbs, you know, even dealing when it comes to, I'm gonna say this, man, you know, I give it to Judah. Judah do the turnip greens, you know, they try to do the little salads, but when you deal with the 9.5, listen, they don't have no green on there except avocado and jalapenos.
No, they got some cilantro.
Oh, cilantro.
They got like a little leaf or two.
That's it, but majority is flour, beans, rice, torta bread.
Starch, a lot of starch and carbs.
Yeah, man, and that's why a lot of them is built like refrigerators, man, and the body. Listen, no, that's only 9.5. That's everybody. But the reason being because listen, no. What I'm saying is this: is that the things that we put in our body is the way it is, man. Once again, is that. But dealing with our 9.5, they deal with a lot of starches, a lot of proteins, a lot of fajita meat, you know. So they got to switch that up with the knowledge. But give me Ecclesiastes 38:4. Ecclesiastes chapter 38 and verse 4.
Ecclesiastes chapter 38, verse 4. The Lord hath created medicine out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Read that again.
The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth.
See, the Most High created medicines out of the earth. He didn't pop up little yellow things of pill bottles. It wasn't pill bottles. It was the kale. It was the all these different herbs, the beet card, the pineapples, all these different things that's good for the body was the Most High rose up. Cilantro, rosemary, all these different. Even when he did with the spices, the cinnamon, turmeric. You got myrrh, ginger. Come on, man. It's beautiful what we can do with food if we dealt with it properly. Read again.
The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth. And he that is wise.
Hold on, he that is what?
That is wise.
No, he that thinks that he knows.
And he that is wise.
Yeah, it says that, and he that is wise
will not abhor them.
See, he's not going to abhor what the Most High has given in the ground because it's for our health. And as we went through the class, we labeled and said some over 18 different fruits that we should have in our body that and what it benefits. So as long as you at least wrote the fruit down, go back and research it, man, and add those to your diets. Why? Because the Most High said if you're wise, you would add that. You will not abhor those vegetables, man. It's needed. Now I'm gonna do this where we got a couple minutes, but I'm gonna show because the food that we went through was alkaline food, all right? And alkaline gives your body the chance to fight what it has to fight during the day. It allows your body to work at its optimal phase, man. So this is what I'm gonna go through some acidic foods. All right. So these are some acidic foods that are in our diet. It starts with meat. Meat is acidic. Poultry, fish, dairy, eggs, grains, some grains, alcohol. Those are acidic foods that we have in our body. A lot of times, that's all we do eat is meat. But that's why you have the effects of acidic foods, which include rapid and shallow breathing. If you're one of those individuals that just be standing, listen, your diet might be off. It is off. You need to clear that up, man. There's a lot of people that literally sit there snoring while they're awake. It's sad. I see it daily. All right? It says confusion. That is effects of acidic food. You got confusion in your mind. You don't know what's going on. I don't know what. I'm just so tired. This goodbye. Yeah, you're not putting the right foods in your system. Fatigue. If you're tired all the time, you feel like you need to take a nap, and you're not. If you ain't 60 and you feel like you need to take a nap, there's something wrong. You got too much acidic foods in your diet. Headaches, sleepiness, lack of appetite, jaundice, increased heart rate. These are all effects of having too much acid in your diet.
Can you go through the list of the acidic foods one more time?
Yes, it's going to be meat, poultry, fish, dairy, eggs, grains, and alcohol.
Again, we're not saying that it's unlawful to eat any of these things. These are showing that they're acidic, and acidic foods aren't good. Acidic foods in abundance are not good for the body, the human body.
And overconsumption.
Right. It's about discretion. It's about excess, moderation.
I was gonna say you mentioned jaundice, and telltale sign if you suffer from jaundice is the eyes of your white. The white of your eyes is yellow.
Yellow.
Right.
A lot of times you drink too much alcohol too. That could be.
Oh yeah.
The reason why your
I
eyes
remember that coach that we had in high school, black dude.
Oh yeah.
His eyes was yellow as I don't know what.
I think he was alcoholic for sure.
Lacroix?
What is poultry?
Chicken.
Poultry chicken.
Poultry is chicken.
Yeah. But too much of it, an overconsumption of this causes rapid and shallow breathing, confusion, headaches, sleepiness, lack of appetite, jaundice, increased heart rate. These are all the things that come from having too much acidic food. So when your body, listen, when your body's not processing, and a lot of times just when our body is not doing what we want it to do, we automatically think we just need to sleep. No. Change your diet up. Drink more water. Eat better foods.
That too, I researched how to bad snoring problem. One of the biggest causes of snoring is dehydration as well.
Perfect. Come on, man. Think about that. Think how much water impacts your life. And
And what dehydrates you a lot? Alcohol.
Yeah. True. These are things.
Why you laugh?
I think you're doing that.
That wasn't a shot to you. That was just for everybody.
And one thing that we could do once again to make sure that your body is alkaline, basic things. Drink water, individuals. Drink water. Drink alkaline water if you can. Once again, go to your store, get you a 5-gallon container, fill up. Instead of getting reverse osmosis, put your alkaline water in there. Tell them it's reverse osmosis. $2 for 5 gallons. If you go to the Walmart store and try to get alkaline water, a gallon of water is going to be damn near $4, $5. So it's better to get you a bigger container. Go to these stores that we can fill up at. And like I said, Whole Foods, they're the plug now. I found they hooked me up. But drink more water, eat more dark and green vegetables. Go back into class. Hope you wrote them down. Those green vegetables. This will get your body to feel better, your mind, your spirit, and it'll give you more enthusiasm and give you more energy in the things that you have to do daily, especially those that are in this truth. And when you move like we move, we have to have energy. And a lot of times we go to these substitutes, coffee, sugars, Starburst, Snickers, whatever your mind wants to tell you that you're going to get some energy off of, Cinnabon, that's false.
That's what the commercial tells you, like hungry. What's the Snickers commercial?
Hungry white weight.
Hungry white weight. Grab a Snickers.
Yep.
You're not yourself.
But you're not yourself if you're hungry. So grab a Snickers.
Red Bull gives you wings.
So you can run off the walls.
Right.
Or you can hit the Red Bull with the Snickers.
Oh,
Like some brothers do. You know, you can hit the Red Bull and the Twix.
Party like a rock star with the rock star.
I'm taking a shot at myself.
Get the
Right.
groupies.
All that.
Go
ahead.
Last scripture, give me Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. And the next class, we're going to go into the systems, man. We're going to go into the specific systems, and we'll start understanding how our body works and have a better knowledge on what to do to correct it and to improve it. Because everybody got issues with the body. Some people got digestive problems. Some people got heart problems. Some people got high blood pressure. Some people got brain problems. Some people got mouth problems. You know, so there's a lot of different things that we can help with our system, and we're going to go into that next class. We'll give you the scripture.
Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Uh-huh.
The fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom.
Yeah, the fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom. The Most High has showed us already that our body is the temple, and if you don't take care of your temple, the Most High will take your temple from you. All right? But read that again.
The fear of the Lord is a crown of wisdom.
Yeah, the fear of the Lord, man. And with that being said, is that the Most High has given us all this information, and with you knowing this information, it's a crown of wisdom, man, if you actually apply it. Once again, the school name is ISBHPK, Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. When you say practical knowledge, that means you actually implement it into your life. Why? Because that's how you know when the word is true. That's how you know that the things that you believe in, that you read, are true. Practical. You got to practice this. Implement it. Read.
Making peace and perfect health.
See, that's what makes perfect health, man. Is doing the things that the Most High is telling us to do, and what He's given us, the things that He's given us to make our life peaceful and healthful. Read.
To flourish.
Come on, man, because He wants us to flourish. He don't want to be out here. He does not want us to be out here on stretchers, wheelchairs, getting pushed around. He don't want that, man. He wants us to have a good life. Even if, I'm going to say this, even if you're dealing with an issue, listen, that you're never too late. As long as you're breathing, you're able to still change your diet up and try to do it better, man. Because once again, a lot of us don't know this information, and that's why we have to break out the simplicity and health. We have to bring out the fruit, exactly what water does for you, because we don't know that. So don't feel like it's boring. We're not going over the quasar breakdowns. You need this so that you can go over quasar breakdowns.
God.
All right?
God.
How do you know if you have worms? If you have excessive gas, if your stomach is bloated, if you have a lot of fatigue when you eat, you eat and then you get a lot of, tired, all those sugar cravings. I mean, to be honest, 9 out of 10 people got worms. If you ain't never cleansed your colon, you probably got them. You have some type of parasite. If you eat a lot of meat and you don't cleanse, you got a parasite. So 9 out of 10 people got worms in their gut. So, but you'll know about it. Yeah, if you got a lot of gas, if you're always tired, those parasites are sucking your energy. And there's a few other things. You can look into it. Just Google it. How do I know if I have worms? It'll give you a list. And then if you say, "Whoa, that's me," you gotta get yourself on a cleanse. Get you on a colon cleanse, and then get those papaya seeds popping and pineapples.
That's it.
Yeah, with that's it. And I'm gonna hold off the next part 3. So part 3 is gonna be going into the system, man, the 11 systems, how the body functions. And we're going to go into that and we're going to edify more on how to improve those systems. Improve your circulatory system, your nervous system, your muscle system. Your body has muscles that your muscles basically allow you to move. You got your skeletal system, So all these things we're going to go into and edify a lot more so that we can have these healthful and flourishing lives, man. By Hashem Yahushai. In His work, in His word, for our families, for those that are without, and the water.
Any questions?
Live.
Anything online?
Live.
Let's do it again. Any questions?
Live.
The water for the response.
God.
All right. I don't think there's anything online. We definitely thank y'all for joining us. He's going to finish this up. It's a good class. I mean, I know it's not a ton of scriptures like y'all are used to, and it's more just general information that we need. We don't research this stuff, so very important to know about the body and what's going on with you. We thank y'all for joining us once again and sticking through. Again, those of you that have vowed the school vow, please get that in ASAP. We gotta pay the school rent. Okay? So, and everybody that's given thus far, we appreciate it. It's a big help. So definitely appreciate that. If there's nothing else, let's go ahead and salute them and say shalom.
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 It's all about the Most High.